For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Well, a lot going on downtown. We played that sound from an altercation or an incident at 3 in the morning where a guy was nearly beaten to death. As you can hear, he's in a coma, can't speak. I hope he lives, obviously. A lot going on downtown. I posted a video on X of an actual homicide. A business owner demanded that we post this. Wanted you to see what's happening downtown for folks who think things are better. And one of my boys, actually one of my favorite people, Dave, is on the line. He's downtown all the time working. He's one of the best HVAC guys ever. Dave, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Marty. Doing good. Doing good.
Not to diminish the value of what you see every day, but what you see every day is the decay of downtown. Is that fair?
Oh, every day. It's nothing, we keep hearing that everything's changing, but I see the same stuff every day that I'm downtown. It doesn't change.
What did you just see live? And you sent me a picture.
I just walked out to my van to get some parts, and I walk out, and there's a woman, in a, what I described, I don't know, like a burqa almost, like a head-to-toe covering. Yep. And she's walking, and she's started arguing with a guy in like a smock, from one of the local stores. Pulls down her face mask and punches the guy twice in the face. Whoa. And then just walks away.
Oh, where is this, Dave?
Down on the 400 block of Smithfield. The 400 block is probably one of the worst blocks on Smithfield.
Dave, it's it's fascinating he should say this, and because I've been down there a lot, as you know, and so has Patrick, and he's here with me. Honestly, a guy called this morning from Ohio and said he wants to bring his family to the city, and he's afraid. And I said there are a couple hot spots, and what Dave is saying, that area, Smithfield, Penn, is really kind of sketch. Is that fair?
Oh, definitely. Smithfield, Forbes, yep. Smithfield, Penn, that whole, basically this whole area. It's the 400 block is a gathering for a lot of the homeless. A lot of drug, open hand drug deals happen on this block. A lot of the theft that goes on over at the Target right there in the corner in Burlington and all that. They all end up. I've watched them come out of there and divide up their the stuff that they stole with other people.
Hey, Dave, I posted a video of an actual shooting that ended up to be a homicide right there on 8th Street. You're not shocked by that either, are you, sir?
No, this place is as dangerous as it gets downtown. And the worst part is I see people, a lot of times when the colleges first come in, they're all here at Target and Burlington picking up stuff for the dorms, and they're walking through this area, and I'm just like, stay away from this area, guys. Just get your stuff and leave.
And Target's had its own problems. Is it the third highest theft rate of any Target store in the country? Is that fair?
Yes, I have a friend who's the real estate agent for a lot of these big stores down here, trying to fill some of these other vacancies down on this block. So, that is one of the worst stores in the U.S. I think it's like you said. He said it was within the top 3.
I believe it moved to number 1 because other 2 closed.
Oh God.
Yeah, well, I don't give this Target too long. They're not going to stick around if this theft rate.
I hope you're wrong.
Keeps up.
I hope you're wrong, because it's a nice store. It's a hell of a gesture for them, and it really is important in downtown. Dave, you're my man. And I love you, and you're on the spot, and keep telling us the truth, brother. Thank you.
Anytime. Have a great day.
Yeah. It's I get berated by some folks who want us to lie about downtown, and I can't. These are first-hand accounts, and it's happening in real time. And hey, Ryan, you still have that? You have that sound from early this morning, 3 o'clock. What happened at 3 a.m. downtown on Cherry Way? Listen to this. This is from my man, Pittsburgh Scanner.
Back up. Can you start to the intersection of Cherry Way and First Avenue along with Fire and EMS for a 30-year-old male laying on the ground, unconscious and breathing, but stated he was beat up? Let's see. Interstate towards Cherry Way, be advised, the possible actors are going to be 2 black males. One is going to be light-skinned with a afro. Other is going to be a black male, heavy-set, unknown clothing description. Direction of flight is going to be towards the Boulevard of the Allies.
So that happened at 3 a.m. Then you just heard Max, a woman punched a guy in the face. There were no cops around. I'm not picking on the cops. They just don't have the guns. There wasn't anyone downtown at the time. There wasn't a cop in the vicinity downtown when that assault occurred, where the guy may die. Quite frankly, he's on life support right now. John, go ahead. Thanks for your patience. Calling from Gitaning. Go ahead.
Marty, you posted something yesterday showing a criminal, and then some putts responded on your X feed that it's a misallocation of cop resources rather than crime going up, because the city is saying crime stats are going down, although our eyes are telling us that's not the case. Is it back to the Paduta days where cops are being told not to process crimes, not to file reports, or we just don't have the manpower?
No.
So
by the way, you're spot on about several things. What happened is homicides are actually down. The homicide guys have been kicking butt, to be quite honest. And the rate of solving crimes is at an historic level, which also tells me citizens are starting to help them. But overall, you got to look at assaults. They're up. And yes, they're 250 officers short. My man, they used to have 1,200 cops into the 90s. And look, I'm not saying we need 1,200, but they're saying 880. And right now, active cops ready to work today. Drum roll, please, John. 654. It just doesn't add up, brother.
Right. And at some point, folks are going to stop coming into the city.
They are, sir. And they are already. And it's a bad problem. And it's why I tell you this. I have been in conversations with the administration to try and say better things about downtown, and we have. We've had good events downtown, but we can't lie about downtown. That's just not what we're here for. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellie, what's up out there?
Hey, Marty, our heavy spot is still the Parkway West, where it starts to slow at the top of Green Tree Hill, and once again as you head down Banksville towards the Fort Pitt tunnels. And we have utility work in South Fayette Township on Miller's Run Road in both directions between Morgan Hill Road and South Fayette Street, so there are lane restrictions. And if you're traveling Route 910 Wexford Bain Road near I-79 interchange in Wexford, there is road construction between Nicholson Road and Divine Drive, so there are single lanes of traffic alternating until 4 p.m. today. This project goes through early August. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellie Popovich on the Voice of Pittsburgh on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows, and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free, with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
Spoke to Jerry Nasseri with NASCO Roofing this morning. Look, the thing about NASCO is their work ethic. The thing about NASCO is their pricing. The thing about NASCO is their reputation. Owens Corning, the best of the best. Lifetime guarantee, lifetime warranty. Folks, this is the crew that's been on our roof several times. Did my brother's roof, my sister's roof. Becomes a family thing. Why? Because NASCO does it right. 412-373-2000 NASCO. 412-373-2000. Give me a yell.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LIMO for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LIMO for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LIMO.
This portion of the show is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Visit them at awaken180weightloss.com.
Hey, this is Lisa. It's been a great 2 years since I bought Nest Expressions window fashions in Wexford. Nest Expressions specializes in Hunter Douglas, shades, shutters, and blinds, and now Nest Expressions is expanding to draperies, upholstery, and wallpaper. Call us today to chat about your next project. 724-933-5500 or simply nestexpressions.com.
If you have COPD, here are some reasons to go see your pulmonologist again. 1. Those flare-ups you keep having, they have the chance to cause permanent lung damage. 2. We now know a certain type of inflammation can cause flare-ups for some people. And 3.
When can I see Grandma?
Need more reasons? Visit www.livewithcopd.com.
Don't miss the Labor and Energy Show this Saturday at 8 p.m. on KDKA, presented by Advocacy United. Find out about crucial issues you need to know with hosts Brian and Joe Doherty. Saturday at 8 p.m. on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information. Amazing.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
My boy Billy, who's now my Formula One guru, amongst other things, but regardless, and one of the best photojournalists in the world, and kind of a cynic like I am, is actually one of my friends. Okay, I'm convinced I won't get murdered. I might only get assaulted, robbed, or raped downtown. I'm ready to go back. He's being sarcastic. But there is an element of that. And I'm not trying to suggest that it's apocalypse now down there, but what I'm suggesting, there are pockets of madness down there. And where Dave was calling from, quite frankly, is kind of a hot zone, shady at best. I wouldn't go near that area on Smithfield and Penn. It's just sketch, Patrick. We've been there several times. We had issues when we shot videos there. It made you nervous to be down there, actually, a little bit.
It's been a problem spot for a long time.
It has been.
Between the alleyway and frankly, the bus stop there.
And the cops have arrested at least 50 drug dealers down. At least. It's not as if they just sit on their hands. They've been aggressive, but what happens is they get arrested and they're back out in 2 days. And with the mentally ill, with the Sophia that was nearly beaten to death down there, quite frankly, a woman who's mentally ill, nearly beat her to death. Yeah. And the woman is so mentally ill that they can't even bring her in for a hearing because she's not competent even for a hearing. For the elderly gentleman in the 70s who was beaten last week, the same thing. The kid had a rap sheet like 7 miles long. However, he's also mentally ill. And what happens is they bring him to jail to get mental health treatment, and they have no counselors in the jail. And we end up in this complex revolving door that involves crime and drug addiction and homelessness and psychosis, and you get the rest. I want to grab one of my boys, Mad Max, who knows this better than anyone. So Max, you know these streets really well because you work down there and you're very observant and you actually give a damn. I posted a video of a shooting and then a guy died. Were you surprised to see that downtown, sir?
Yeah, that was kind of a little unsettling to see how that all went down. But, you know, again, in the same vein, not really surprised given the, you know, the current climate with how things are.
Well, hold on.
So,
I had flashbacks. And, Patrick, you'll understand this. I had flashbacks to our relationship with Max and how we became good friends because, Max, it wasn't that long ago when we were talking about some stuff you posted about a man who was overdosed in an alleyway downtown, similar to this alleyway, and these moron thugs, who quite frankly are still in high school, if you want to know this, walked up and shot him in the face with pellet guns and walked away laughing. So this is not unusual, this kind of behavior downtown, is it, sir?
no, it's not. In that whole incident, you know, the police had no idea how he had metal shrapnel in his face. They thought it was actually like a drug deal gone bad, and he got shot with a shotgun. Sure. And then when they saw the video of the teens taking turns shooting him in the face repeatedly,
laughing,
making jokes about it, you know, it just goes to show you the moral depravity or moral bankruptness in this country.
It does. In the thought process. And did you hear the sound we played earlier, Max, of the smell of death? Do you have that? Do you have that, Ryan? Ryan, do you have that sound?
I heard it.
Cue that up. I want Max to hear that. We're going to play this again, though, Max. I want you to comment on this.
51. It's called in Zone 3 behind the Advanced Auto Parts at 1937 Wharton Street. No complainant. Caller reporting the smell of death coming from the homeless camp behind the auto parts store. First noticed it yesterday. Today it's worse. Strong enough that it made him vomit.
Max and Nick, two of my boys, and they're both really integrated into trying to make a difference along these homeless camps. That call doesn't surprise you because they have found dead bodies in these homeless camps, have they not, sir?
They have. You know, going back to when Andy Sheehan did that story on the Chestnut Street encampment, and 2 days later they cleaned it up.
Yeah.
About 2 weeks after that, there was a man found with a stab wound in the neck, and I believe that was an attack, but it was ruled as suicide by the homicide.
I see.
That doesn't sit right with me. I think that was some foul play there, but whatever. I'm not a cop.
But
so.
Max, we're kind of at a point, and I don't know if you heard the follow-up to that. They couldn't send a car because they didn't have a complainant, so they just let it ride, and no one ever checked out the smell of a dead body. This is how cynical we've become.
So, and then you have other people just dying in their tents, being in their tents for a couple of days, and the same thing, smell of death. Somebody goes to investigate, and then that one lady was so badly decomposed and being eaten by rats that they actually thought it was an African-American male, and it was actually a woman on the river trail. And then a couple of weeks prior to that, there was somebody found dead in the tent over on, like, Think First and Grant. So we're killing these people with compassion. Wow. You know, we're constantly talking about compassion, but, you know, we're not doing anything. We're not changing anything. We're just giving them needles and Narcan, and, hey, we'll see you next week. Don't overdose.
No, I'm with you.
That needs to change. Needs to change.
Because it just seems to continue, the same madness, right? The same cycle of death, violence, abuse, right? Right?
And it seems to only be getting worse. I mean, like, you know, we had hope for a little bit, maybe things were turning around, but, you know, here we are. It's like every other day there's some type of violent assault. Somebody texted me, I haven't been able to corroborate it, but allegedly somebody went into a Mad Chicken, I don't know if it's the South Side or the Liberty Ave location, and shot the place up with a paintball gun. I haven't been able to corroborate that with the police, but that just came in about 15 minutes before I went on the air. So
it's so our boy Dennis, who you knew as well on Wiener World, he bailed, man. He made the right decision, did he not? There on Smithfield, he said, "To hell with it." He got out.
Yeah, he's crushing it now up at the Steel Building.
He is. 30-minute wait.
He's happy. I mean,
Yep.
Sorry?
30-minute wait to get a hot dog.
Yep.
God bless him. Max, thanks for the truth, my man. Thank you.
Yep.
All Max does is tell the truth and show it, too. He's a hell of a man. He's been a hell of a friend. I love him. Rick, go ahead, man.
Hey, Marty, I enjoy your show. I really do. But you know what? if I flip on the fan, they're complaining that the pirate owners don't spend enough money. And then I flip on your show, and you're talking about all the ills of downtown.
Yeah.
And I guess my point is, the owner of the Pirates, he's not going to start spending money, and downtown's not changing.
Sure.
And I don't know where that leaves us. It leaves the Pirates a broke baseball team, and I guess it leaves downtown broke. But
No. I don't believe that. The more we shine, I've seen this my whole life. And by the way, I get where you're coming from. By shining light on things, it always creates change. It does. And the Pirates are picking up stars, man. And they got the best pitcher in baseball. Come on, bro. Downtown is not dead. But we are not going to ignore what's happening downtown. And we're going to push until they make a change. I see where you're coming from. I see why he's cynical, don't you, Patrick? I mean, people give up. But don't give up, man. Don't. I still go downtown. Quite a bit, actually.
For eligible individuals, 18 and older only. Results vary. See website for details and important safety information.
How are your hearing aids sounding now?
A little tinny.
Okay, 2 seconds.
With Jabra Enhanced Select's premium package, better hearing doesn't happen in a doctor's office. It happens at home. All done remotely from initial testing to adjustments.
How are they sounding now?
Fantastic. So much better. You get the same advanced hearing aid technology and professional support you expect from a clinic at a fraction of the cost. And if you have any issues, we'll make adjustments 7 days a week, no charge. Oh, you people are wonderful. Our premium package includes hearing aids, 3 years of follow-up care, plus a 3-year warranty with loss and damage coverage, and a 100-day money-back guarantee. I hear better than I ever thought possible. Save $300 on Enhanced Select 500 hearing aids automatically at checkout. Just go to jabraenhance.com/try. That's JABRA enhance.com/try. JabraEnhance.com/try.
Gigantic July savings at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank Dantisi?
Fresh chicken drumsticks, $1.29 per pound. Large fresh mangoes are 67 cents each. And hardwood smoked Eckrich hard salami, $4.99 per pound. Come see us at Coons.
It's Marty. We talked about cancer. We talked about how it throws off your balance. I'm at Physical in Monroeville. FYZICAL, folks. Dr. Jess Nolan is amazing at the office in Monroeville. They put you in a harness. They teach you how to walk again. I feel stronger. I feel as if I'm getting my balance back. Physical in Monroeville. 412-457-8200. 412-457-8200.
From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
90 and cloudy at 11:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. There's a breakthrough in the construction permit delay for UPMC's new hospital tower in Oakland. The city abruptly halted work last month on the billion-dollar facility, even though it's been under construction for more than a year. The mayor's office said UPMC lacked the required permits, some of which had been filed more than 6 months earlier. UPMC's Paul Wood talked with KDK Radio's Marty Griffin about the impact on union workers.
150 people were out of a job for a bulk of 3 weeks. Many of those 50 that are still out are now on taxpayer-funded unemployment insurance.
Wood estimates all union employees should be back on the job this week. Electrical and mechanical permits have been approved, with 2 fire permits pending. A proposal to give Pittsburgh the right to create its own tax break program for some longtime homeowners took a big step forward in Harrisburg Monday. News Radio KDK's Tamira Rush has the story.
Allegheny County Rep. Rob Mercury has some objections to the passing of Senate Bill 219, and he tells the Big K Morning Show it creates an unequal playing field.
It also has the potential to incentivize and reward these long-term homeowners, either 5 years or 10 years, depending on what the municipality would decide, for staying in their homes. In some ways, it would disincentivize new homeownership and reward kind of staying put, and that would kind of have a freeze effect on the mortgage market, which I think we should look at as well.
The committee vote on Senate Bill 219 was 14-11, with all Democrats in favor and all Republicans opposed. The full House will consider the concept next. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 89 points at 39,381. The NASDAQ is ahead 96 points. The S&P is up 22. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:32. Our next update at noon on The Voice of Pittsburgh. News Radio KDKA.
Hey, guys, check this out. Our house is 80 years old. I love it. We have this big picture window in what you would call the formal living room. it needs repaired. It needs replaced. And it needs replaced badly. So, I am so happy to know that Universal Windows Direct is coming to the house to take a look. They got this amazing opportunity right now. If you call them, 412-545-6003. For every 2 windows you buy, you get 2 free. Love it. Buy 2, get 2 free. Buy 4, get 4 free. Buy 20, get 20 free. In other words, there is no limit. And 0% financing for 60 months. Folks, the windows perform better and last longer. They have this super spacer technology which insulates the windows. 412-543-6003. Universal Windows Direct.
There are a lot of so-called fast food deals out there. But do any of them have the Wendy's Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, crispy fries, everyone's favorite nugs, and a drink for just $5 like Wendy's Biggie Bag? Nope. And that's why no other deals can be called the Wendy's Biggie Bag. That and a little thing called plagiarism. When the deal is as fresh as the meal, gotta be Wendy's.
Gotta be fresh. Includes choice of JBC or crispy chicken sandwich with 4-piece nugs, junior fry, and small soft drink. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California via third-party delivery.
Home ownership. At Progressive, we know it's part of the American dream. It's winds blowing across a fruited plain, and also your new fire pit, which subsequently set your gazebo ablaze. It's hard-hitting football, and an even harder-hitting price estimate from your general contractor. That's a star-spangled bummer. It's also round-the-clock protection when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, which can help keep the American dream of home ownership alive and kicking. Get a quote at Progressive.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Ted Starmack with Rhino Shield Pittsburgh. A frequent question I get, I have aluminum siding and the surface is powdery. Will Rhino Shield stick to that? Yes, it will. Our primer etches through the surface to bond to the metal below. It gives us a substantial outer layer for our ceramic top coat to bind with. With 1,500 colors available, restore your home without downgrading to vinyl and save money too. Call 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-744-6641.
Hi, it's Paul Alexander. As we age, we tend to accept certain changes as inevitable. A little extra weight here, a new medication there. It's almost like we're expected to just adapt and accept. It doesn't have to be that way. Awaken 180 Golden is challenging the status quo of aging. A new program crafted to address precisely what matters to those of us over 60. Boosting mobility, reducing medications instead of adding them, easing stress on our joints, and of course, weight loss. Awaken 180 Golden is a 1 to 3 month transformative nutrition program, both doctor and registered dietitian approved. Working out is not required. And of course, you'll receive expert coaching and free support for life. You all know my results with Awaken 180, and I'm even more confident with Awaken 180 Golden. You'll achieve those goals too. Everything to gain with only weight to lose. Call 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800. Or go online at awaken180weightloss.com.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Ellie, what's up?
Hi, Marty. We have a traffic accident reported in Ross Township at Perry Highway and Hanway Street. So be on the lookout for emergency crews making their way to the scene. On the Parkway West, you will be tapping the brakes as you head down Parkway Center Drive, heading into the Fort Pitt tunnels. And traffic on I-79 looks pretty good right now, heading in both directions to the Neville Island Bridge, as well as the S-bends through the construction areas. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellie Popovich on the Voice of Pittsburgh on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Times of sun and clouds for the rest of today. Breezy, rather hot and humid with a shower or gusty thunderstorm in places. High 89 with AccuWeather real field temperatures into the mid-90s. Breezy, warm but humid tonight. A shower or two, low 67. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Traffic brought to you by Friendship Village of South Hills. Support comes from Friendship Village of South Hills, a resort-style senior living community providing hospitality to Pittsburgh residents in search of stability, new connections, and new adventures. More information at friendshipvillagepa.com.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
All right, it's Wednesday. We've made it halfway through the week. Got you covered 2 to 6 today right here, KDKA.
City Councilman Anthony Coghill, love the guy. Very smooth. Old school, loves his town. He made news on this show. He said, I'm going to play that in a second. I'm going to talk to you about more intel I got on that. Want to get Nick first. Go ahead, Nick.
Hey, Marty.
What's up?
I blame the media and our government for the way situations are. We vilified the police department.
Who did?
We glorified...
Who did?
Huh?
Who did? Quit with the cliches. Make your own point, man. Quit watching Fox. I never vilified a cop in my life.
Marty.
I never vilified a cop in my
Marty.
life.
No, I didn't say...
Yes, you did. You said the media. I'm in the media. You're done. Come on, find an original thought. I get so annoyed. The media and the government. What's your plan, Nick? What have you done? Yeah, I cut him off. I'm allowed. It's my show. I kind of like him. But he calls here and blames me. I'm a member of the media. What annoys the hell out of me is they do this mainstream media crap. Go away. Shoe fly. Quit with the Fox News talking points. Find an original thought and call us back. And I don't need a trophy. I don't need a banquet. I just need the truth. Don't call here blaming on the media. Spent 30 years kicking ass, telling the truth and making a difference. And my closest friends are cops, so suggesting that I vilified the cops is a load of crap. Nick, when you call here and say I blame the government and the media, I'm the media, huh? Goofy. Hey, Ryan, is that Nick? Tell him to go away. Play that Coghill interview, please, buddy. Nick, call back with your own point of view someday. Anthony Coghill was on here yesterday. He made some news. I want you to hear it. He made some valid points. City Council loved it.
I have professional crime rings coming in and stealing and looting vehicles.
What?
Okay? And they're doing that because they know we're not going to send a police officer because we don't have a police officer to send.
Wow.
So I have pretty much professional crime rings is what I call them.
Give me an
Just
example.
This weekend.
Give me an example.
Well, between Carrick, Bon Air, and Overbrook over the past 2 weeks, we probably had, I don't know, I'm not going to state exact numbers, that I don't have that, but well over 20 vehicles stolen, well over double that break-ins, just looking for money or whatever it might be. So we're fed up. Carrick is fed up with it. Overbrook, Bon Air, we're fed up with it because now we see that all results from a lack of police. And, you know, these... Again, I'm going to call them professional crime rings. They know that we're not going to send somebody there to enforce it. So what do? They just have at it, right? Wow. So not only do we have to worry about downtown and the violent crimes that are going on, that's one issue. But now I'm seeing it spill over into, you know, they adapt. I mean, criminals rings, they adapt. They know what the police are going to respond to and what they're not going to respond to. So now I feel like they have cars waiting, Marty. It's very well organized. We have neighbors testified to it. We have them on videotape. They come in and they'll blanket 3 or 4 streets. They'll get 2 or 3 cars and hope and money and whatever else they get out of the vehicles, and then they go on to the next place. So that, again, Marty, comes from a lack of police and a lack of response from our police because we don't have them.
Man, Anthony Coghill's the man. That was an epiphany. I had no idea this was going on. So then I start hearing from tow truck drivers. McGann and Chester are my boys, and one of my good friends is Joey, is probably the best tow truck driver I've ever known. But regardless, I asked him if this was true. He said, let me get to the notes. They're seeing, because they end up picking up these stolen cars when they finally find them. They're seeing 6 to 8 cars stolen a day. And that's an extraordinary number for Pittsburgh, for the city. It's extraordinary, according to them. I said, who is doing it? From what he sees, because they're out there on the streets. And he says it's 14 and 15-year-olds, what they're seeing. Go ahead, Pat.
So, Marty, I just pulled up the the city's crime mapping stats.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the last 7 days, 52 reports, 52 vehicle theft or break-ins. And looking at the map here, it's mostly vehicle thefts, not break-ins.
And I didn't know this, and great information, Patrick, and what Coghill's saying. I had no idea that they were moving into neighborhoods, but it stands to reason because the numbers don't lie. They have spread the officers out into shifts, and there are fewer officers on overnights because crime data, and these are facts too, shows that there isn't nearly as much crime in the late night, early morning hours. So they don't put as many cops on the streets because they don't have them. Okay? So according to Coghill, what happens is the young punks, future felons headed to jail, decided, well, there aren't no cops, so we'll do our thing. And so their thing is they go to these neighborhoods and terrorize people by stealing their cars and vandalizing their cars and that sort of thing. And it's the decimation of the community. And it's part of what we call the downfall of the American city. Someone sent me some numbers from Chicago last weekend, and it made me sad, actually, what happened, because it's an American city, and they had 116 shootings in one weekend. They had 17 homicides in a weekend, and it's America. And I backed up until 2016 and found that they've had nearly 5,000 homicides. That's an American city, man. That's not Ukraine. That's not Beirut. It's not Pakistan. It's our town, and it's our country. And, people say, those are only certain neighborhoods in Chicago. Okay. But 40 children were killed in Chicago last year on the way to school or at school. And at the end of the day, why are we here, man? I mean, so they've had these numbers in Chicago since 2016, and now we're seeing this dramatic spike in car thefts in Pittsburgh and beatings downtown, and it all boils to one phrase: law and order. If we had law and order, this would all change. It just would. And until we get back to law and order, these stories will continue, unfortunately, and we can't ignore them. We just can't. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. What's up this morning, Ellie? What's up out there?
Hi, Marty. Emergency crews are on the scene of the accident reported in Ross Township at Perry Highway and Hanway Street, so use caution if you're headed near that area. Traffic over on the inbound side of the Parkway North looks very good. 28 is all clear. Over on the Parkway East, we are clear in both the city side and the suburban side. On the Parkway West, it has minor delays as you make your way down Parkway Center Drive to the Fort Pitt tunnels. And there is road work in Glenshaw at Mount Royal Boulevard in both directions at Will John Street. So you will find lane restrictions over there. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellie Popovich on the Voice of Pittsburgh on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
With more than 15,000 cardiac procedures performed in the last 5 years, UPMC is a leader in the field of cardiac care.
We've been first to use advanced technologies for heart valve disease, for aortic disease, for coronary disease. The work that the heart team here at UPMC does is truly life-changing. We want to be the pioneers and continue to innovate in the world of heart disease.
Your heart care matters. Visit upmc.com/heart to learn more.
It's here, the summer heat, and it's getting hotter. And that heat's just pouring into your home. Need a solution? Trust P.J. Fitzpatrick for the perfect new insulated and vented roof. They've earned thousands of 5-star reviews and back all new roofs with a lifetime guarantee on materials and labor. P.J. Fitzpatrick installs most roofs in just one day. Set up a free design consultation. Plus, they have special financing if you need it. Visit trustpj.com today. That's trustpj.com.
Feel like everything's clouded by doubt? Visit CaliforniaPsychics.com. Our psychics are available to talk 24/7, and we guarantee if it's not life-changing, it's free. Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics.
I learned it from my adoptive mom. Hold my hand?
You hold my hand. Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. You can't imagine the reward. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad.
All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
This traffic report brought to you by NJM Insurance. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance.
Does our waiter look familiar?
I think he was the Plum Insurance mascot. If all insurance companies were like NJM and didn't use gimmicks, then their mascots would have to get real jobs.
That explains the long purple hair in my soup.
No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM.
Pittsburgh is home to a lot of great people and great local businesses, and we're proud to be one of them.
Hi, John, Maggie, and Justin Schmutzer here from Metropolitan Window Company, Pittsburgh's locally owned and family-operated window company for over 45 years.
If you're looking to replace your old worn-out windows with new energy-efficient ones, then consider buying from a hometown business like us.
We're passionate about enhancing the beauty and efficiency of Pittsburgh homes using the top-of-the-line replacement windows, like our exclusive Infinity from Marvin 100% fiberglass windows.
They're the strongest, longest-lasting, best insulating windows you can buy. They're way better than vinyl.
And right now, you can save 20% plus get no interest financing on every window and door product we offer.
Experience the difference of buying from a locally owned, family-operated company.
Stop by one of our showrooms or visit us on the web at metropolitanwindows.com.
Or give us a call at 412-655-8411. PA 1565.
There are a lot of so-called fast food deals out there. But do any of them have the Wendy's Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, crispy fries, everyone's favorite nugs, and a drink for just $5 like Wendy's Biggie Bag? Nope. And that's why no other deals can be called the Wendy's Biggie Bag. That and a little thing called plagiarism. When the deal is as fresh as the meal, gotta be Wendy's.
Gotta be fresh. Includes choice of JBC or crispy chicken sandwich with 4-piece nugs, junior fry, and small soft drink. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California and via third-party delivery.
Home ownership. At Progressive, we know it's part of the American dream. It's winds blowing across a fruited plain, and also your new fire pit, which subsequently sets your gazebo ablaze. It's hard-hitting football, and an even harder-hitting price estimate from your general contractor. That's a star-spangled bummer. It's also around-the-clock protection when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, which can help keep the American dream of home ownership alive and kicking. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Do you consider someone in our Pittsburgh area a hero? Once again, KDKA Radio needs your help as we honor 5 local heroes in our community during Larry Richards' Hometown Heroes event on October 8th. A hero can be your neighbor, a teacher, a church leader, or even your parent. Someone who has done something extraordinary. Nominate your hero for Larry Richards' Hometown Heroes Award at KDKARadio.com.
So, I was on the phone yesterday with Julian Gray. We've become good friends. He's an elder law attorney. I met him, became very close when my parents passed, and he took over our estate, had the whole family sitting in his office, made a tremendous difference in our lives. I was talking to him yesterday about how important it is to get an elder law attorney like the folks at Julian Gray and Associates involved. I'll tell you why. Major tax implications, major health care implications, major input you need from an expert, a true insider like Julian Gray and his folks that made a massive difference in the lives of the Griffin family. It's never too late to do this. It's never too late to plan your estate, but do it as soon as possible. Julian Gray, grayelderlaw.com, grayelderlaw.com. I'm telling you, folks, they did a wondrous job for the Griffin family. 412-458-6000, grayelderlaw.com.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. With one new high-rise on the way toward completion and a second starting through a public approval process, Hermitage-based Hudson Companies is moving forward on its third residential project on Melwood Avenue in Oakland. In a Zoom development activities meeting on Monday evening, hosted by Oakland Planning and Development Corporation, the development team of Hudson explained what is motivating the company to move forward with converting an office property that UPMC is gradually moving out of at 450 Melwood into 42 apartments as it tees up a second high-rise across the street. Also, Cozen O'Connor has added David Garreau as a shareholder based at its downtown Pittsburgh office, part of its labor and employment practice. Garreau previously had been a partner at K&L Gates for the past 5 years, and before that was at Fox Rothschild, also in Pittsburgh. K&L Gates is the region's second largest law firm, with more than double Cozen's firm-wide size, and has a worldwide footprint. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to pittsburghbusinesstimes.com. I'm Mike Larson.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Law and order, man. There's an ebb and flow to American culture and politics and woke and all this progressives, and it will shift back to a country that says we got to have law and order, and it's coming. Believe me. Trust me. Trust me. Regarding downtown, I go downtown all the time with my family, but it's always with my family, and we stay out of sketchy areas. There are sketchy areas. The mayor would argue there are sketchy areas in every city. I agree. You're right, sir. But that doesn't mean we have to have them. I would find a way to get as many sheriff's deputies downtown as I could, as many county police downtown as I could, and even the state police if I could, because they're willing to do it. They love helping. I would literally, figuratively, metaphorically, pull my pants down to get downtown cleared up. I just would. If I was the man, downtown would have law and order. There wouldn't be any problems. I'm just telling you. Because the cops I know, women and men, they want this stuff gone. They're embarrassed by it. The sheriff gets really annoyed, Krause, and I love him. Kevin Krause, we go way back. Back in the day when George Trotsky, my boy Trotsky, who I loved to death, was the commander of that area. Downtown, man, you could eat off the sidewalks. You wouldn't find no crime downtown when Trotsky was the man. What's changed? Trotsky's gone. The numbers aren't the same, the philosophy isn't the same, and everything changes. But we can get back to that by inviting other agencies in. I'm telling you, Krause would put his people down there today, and so would the county, because we all care. It's just philosophy, man, and enforcement authority, and handling the mentally ill. Mike, thanks for your patience. Good morning, sir.
Morning, Marty. How are you?
Great, sir. Appreciate your patience. Go ahead, man. Your son's a cop?
Yes, my son's a City of Pittsburgh police officer. He's a cop for 5 years.
Nice.
And he likes it.
Yeah.
You know, he does his job, and I like to support them.
Yeah.
There's just not enough of them. That's the problem.
That's right. Big problem. Big problem. Well,
he puts in those 12 to 14-hour days.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't complain about it.
They order him to work, don't they? Some days they order him to stay on after he's done.
He hasn't told me that, but I would assume that.
Yeah, it happens. Mandatory overtime. And so he likes being a Pittsburgh cop.
Yep.
Has he talked at all about leaving, going to a department that pays more?
He's never said anything about applying in a different department.
Nice. I love it. I love to hear that. All right, where's he working? What zone?
Zone 2.
Okay. Is he what's he seeing most of on the streets?
Same thing that you're hearing on the news.
Yep.
All the same stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, and he does the best he can do with the resources that he has.
Right on.
There's only so many of them. They have so many hands.
They're at 654. It's the lowest number that they've ever seen. It's a great call, and he's spot on. The lowest number they've ever seen. Bill, go ahead, man. Thanks for your patience.
Yeah, I think the problem downtown is there's no jobs. And people have nowhere to go. And when there was jobs, you didn't have that downtown.
Well, we have 1,000 openings just with the county. And we have the lowest unemployment we've had in 30 years. And they say there are 25 to 30,000 job openings in Pittsburgh. I kind of sort of get what you think you're saying, and I'm not trying to be rude, but here's what happened, sir. During the pandemic, all the folks with needs, homelessness, no home, period, no mental health treatment, drug abuse, alcoholism, They all converge to a place where services are available, and they were available downtown. So now we have a populace of hundreds that needs help, and there's no homes for them. There's no drug treatment for them. There's no mental health care for them. And the drug dealers are now delivering drugs to the tents. How do I know this? Because narcotics officers have run warrants in tents, homeless tents. It's never happened before, ever. So, I kind of sort of get what you're saying, but it's not true. Go ahead, Lorraine. Go ahead.
Hi, how are you? I'm listening to your comments, and I'm noticing that so many of your callers are men.
Yes, ma'am.
And men, you couple men with law and order, and I think you get the exact opposite of what is needed.
What is needed?
Men who step up with nurturing and kindness.
Doesn't hurt.
I taught high school,
Doesn't
and
hurt.
when you talk about 13 and 14-year-olds, those are ninth graders.
Yes, ma'am.
So, and they're entering their teen years.
They are.
And I also know of a lot of organizations with men who are begging for men to step up and to help these kids.
She's right again.
You know, you ask a guy if he wants to be a Boy Scout leader.
Yep.
They'll laugh you out of the room.
Well, there's 1,000 reasons for that. And the Boy Scouts are the wrong organization to point out for being wonderful these days. But she's right. There's a dearth of men who want to be Boy Scout leaders or Scout troop leaders in general or volunteer firefighters, and because they got 19 jobs and a lot of stuff going on at home. But great call, ma'am, and you're right.
Hi, I'm Frank McNeil from Aetna Medicare, and if you're turning 65 and have questions about Medicare, Aetna can help. Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. Call Aetna today at 1-833-771-2862, TTY 711 to learn more.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our DSMPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
Today we're constantly taking photos and videos to remember our favorite moments. But what about those captured before the smartphone? What about the memories tucked away on aging VHS tapes, film reels, or in fading photos?
These cherished memories are fading away with time, vulnerable to threats like heat, moisture, and mold. But fear not, there's a solution to safeguard your legacy. Hi, I'm Adam.
And I'm Nick. Together we founded Legacy Box over a decade ago with one mission, to bring your memories into the 21st century.
It's time to bid farewell to old tapes you can't watch and faded photos. Legacy Box transforms them into digital treasures, ready to share with a click.
Just like magic, your shoebox of memories is now safely stored in the cloud or on a thumb drive.
Over 1 million families have trusted Legacy Box, so you can rest assured your priceless moments are in good hands.
Don't let your childhood fade away on old tapes. It's time to digitize those priceless moments.
Fast forward into the digital age. Visit legacybox.com/value and unlock 50% off your order. That's legacybox.com/value.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh, W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
It's 88 and partly cloudy and breezy. Gusts of 28 miles an hour this hour at Pittsburgh International. 12 o'clock now. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Work is resuming at UPMC Presby's new hospital tower, the biggest construction project in the city.
We have permits now for the electrical work and for the mechanical work. Many of the 150 trade union workers that were sent home 3 weeks ago are back on the job.
UPMC's Paul Wood telling KDK Radio's Marty Griffin about 50 more workers should be back on the job by the end of the week. The city stopped work unexpectedly 3 weeks ago, saying UPMC lacked the required permits, even though construction had been underway for more than a year. A man found seriously injured downtown early today was taken to a hospital in critical condition. He was unresponsive when EMTs arrived at Cherry Way and First Avenue around 3 a.m. An update from police just now says the victim has a serious eye contusion and injuries to the front of the head. He's intubated and unable to speak to officers who are now reviewing surveillance video. The second body found in a Moon Township creek has been identified. The medical examiner's office says 34-year-old Alexi Lopez is the other man discovered in Montour Run Creek on June 28th. Police say neither of the bodies that were found show signs of foul play, and autopsies will determine the cause of manner and death for each man. A Pittsburgh City Council member is proposing a bill to protect medical marijuana holders. KDK Radio's Tamira Rush has that story.
Councilwoman Barb Warwick introduced a bill she believes will break down a barrier many people with medical marijuana cards face in the city of Pittsburgh.
The way that we are doing this is by adding medical marijuana card holders to the list of protected classes here in the city, and then also by classifying as discrimination drug testing for marijuana as a requirement for their employment.
Warwick says there are some exclusions.
Jobs that require a commercial driver's license, and then also excluded are positions that require the employee to carry a firearm.
The measure will appear on council's agenda for discussion, and a preliminary vote is expected next week. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
Pittsburgh stands out as one of the best markets in the U.S. for full-time real estate agents. The city ranks 9th in a study by Clever. Affordable home prices are a big part of the picture, and Clever's Nick Paisano doesn't see this changing anytime soon.
A lot of kind of mid-market cities, and especially cities in the Northeast or in the Great Lakes region, tend to rank very highly in terms of a lot of categories. So I think it's generally a pretty bright picture for Pittsburgh real estate.
Other top cities to be a realtor include Kansas City and Buffalo. Detroit tops the rankings. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 109 points at 39,401. The NASDAQ up 99 points. The S&P is ahead by 22. KDKA Sports, the Pirates scored 6 runs in the 6th to storm past Milwaukee 12-2 last night. Quinn Priester pitched 6 innings, giving up just 1 earned run and 4 hits with 8 strikeouts. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick, your roofer with thousands of 5-star reviews. Trust PJ.com. And by Julian Gray Associates. Avoid mistakes and protect your assets at GrayElderlaw.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 12:04. Time to save money at Blueberry Pharmacy in the North Hills. Log on and compare their prescription prices. Cloudy, breezy, and 88 in Pittsburgh. KDKA AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Every child deserves a safe and loving home. CASA of Westmoreland is dedicated to making this a reality. Our court-appointed special advocates give a voice to abused and neglected children in the foster care system. You can be that difference in a child's life. Volunteer with CASA and help guide a child to a brighter future. Visit casaofwestmoreland.org today to learn more. That's casaofwestmoreland.org. Together, we can change lives, one child at a time.
There are a lot of so-called fast food deals out there. But do any of them have the Wendy's Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, crispy fries, everyone's favorite nugs, and a drink for just $5 like Wendy's Biggie Bag? Nope. And that's why no other deals can be called the Wendy's Biggie Bag. That and a little thing called plagiarism. When the deal is as fresh as the meal, gotta be Wendy's.
Gotta be fresh. Includes choice of JBC or crispy chicken sandwich with 4-piece nugs, junior fry, and small soft drink. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California and via third-party delivery.
Home ownership. At Progressive, we know it's part of the American dream. It's winds blowing across a fruited plain, and also your new fire pit, which subsequently sets your gazebo ablaze. It's hard-hitting football and an even harder-hitting price estimate from your general contractor. That's a star-spangled bummer. It's also around-the-clock protection when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, which can help keep the American dream of home ownership alive and kicking. Get a quote at Progressive.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic, powered by Bowser. My man Ryan, what's up out there, brother?
Hey, Marty. Your major roadways are looking pretty good. I'm seeing a little bit of congestion at the bottom of Green Tree Hill on the inbound Parkway West. Other than that, though, major roadways are looking good. I've also heard that the traffic lights are out on Washington Boulevard and Allegheny River Boulevard. I'll keep you updated on that when I know more. For blinds, shades, shutters, and draperies, call Lisa at Nest Expressions in Wexford. With AAA traffic, I'm Ryan McCullough on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Times of sun and clouds for the rest of today. Breezy, rather hot and humid with a shower or gusty thunderstorm in places. High 89 with AccuWeather real field temperatures into the mid-90s. Breezy, warm and humid tonight. A shower or two, low 67. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hey, this is Lisa. You'll only find me at Nest Expressions Window Fashions in Wexford. Blind shades, shutters, and draperies are my passion. Call me 724-933-5500, nestexpressions.com.
He's known worldwide as the voice of romance. Johnny Mathis, live in concerts. The Voice of Romance Tour, July 28th, Heinz Hall. Over 65 years of romance continues in an evening to remember with the legendary Johnny Mathis. Reserve seats are on sale now at HeinzHall.org, the box office, and by phone.
The Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Start spreading the news. One of my boys sent me a poignant photograph, live. Just sent me a pic from downtown that I posted on X. One of the great ones sent it to me. And my man Dick has seen Pittsburgh in the heyday. Back in the day, heck, when I started here, and I used to go to City Hall all the time and used to work downtown a lot. If I went to see the mayor at lunchtime, and Patrick, you know this, man, lunchtime back in the day when we both came back to Pittsburgh was packed. Fifth Avenue, right there in that.
Oh, Fifth Avenue Place.
Yeah,
You'd go over there. Even just the restaurants around, you'd wait in line for 15, 20 minutes.
Or City Hall, right in that area there, a bunch of restaurants. One of my boys just sent me a photograph from downtown. He's live there right now. Fifth Avenue, noon. Here's what it says, 7/10/24, the date. The only inhabitant is an empty Narcan box. Kind of sad, actually. You see the picture I posted?
That's really sad.
Yeah, it is sad. It has changed dramatically. And look, don't call me and tell me I'm scaring you from going downtown. I get that, but this is how this works. They clean up downtown, you come back. Huh? So you're having a picnic and you find a beehive. And the bees swarm the picnic and everybody runs from the picnic. What happens when you remove the beehive? You go back to the picnic. It's a metaphor. Kind of a good one, too. There isn't a cop in this town, whether it's a county cop, a state cop, and the state police, kill it. I love them. They just have a special discipline. County cop, state cop, sheriff's cops. I have friends in all those departments and city cops. Blanket downtown, put in the streets, have cops everywhere. People will come back. Zero tolerance. Immediately find immediate housing for the homeless. Immediate. Declare a state of emergency. Get government funding. Immediately. Get the mentally ill and the drug addicted and the alcoholics out of the tents and into treatment facilities and our housing. Immediately. And for the folks in the tents who are just there to deal drugs, put them in jail and don't let them out. How about that? How about that? Law and order, man. That's what America wants. Most Americans, all Americans, woke or unwoke, left or right. At the end of the day, that's what has to happen. And so you can pick on us, myself, for pointing out the warts of downtown, because that's what I point out. People say I nitpick and that downtown's great and that restaurants are bustling. They are. There are restaurants kicking ass downtown, and I love them. The steakhouses are grand. They're fantastic, man, all of them. Capitol Grill, what's Del Frisco? What's the other one, Patrick? There's a couple more. But they're really good joints. You've gone to all of them. In downtown Camp Rock, and they have great restaurants. Hold on, man.
And in the debate, Sleepy Joe
Ryan
also declared...
Ryan, not yet, man. Getting all excited. We're going to play that in a minute. And they're doing quite well. Some of them are having record years. But truth is, we got to do better than just the steakhouses are doing great. It's a fact. All right. So I want to do this. I want to play this Donald Trump stuff. And then I want to talk to you folks who are voting for Trump. And I want you to hear these two clips and tell me why this is the guy you think you want to hear from for the next 4+ years. This is a soundbite number one. This is from last night. Listen, Trump.
Anytime, anywhere. And in the debate, Sleepy Joe also declared that he wanted to test his skills and stamina against mine on the golf course. Can you believe this? Did you ever see him swing? He's like this. That's why this evening I am also, and this is in honor of you and everybody here, this is 45,000 people. That's a lot of people. I'm also officially challenging Cricket Joe to an 18-hole golf match right here. On Doral Blue Monster, considered one of the greatest tournament golf courses anywhere in the world, one of the great courses of the world. It will be among the most watched sporting events in history, maybe bigger than the Ryder Cup or even the Masters. And I will even give Joe Biden 10 strokes aside. 10 strokes, that's a lot. That means 20 strokes in case you don't play golf. I will give him 10 strokes aside, and if he wins, I will give the charity of his choice, any charity that he wants, $1 million.
Oh, yeah. Look, if it's a stand-up routine, okay, if I'm looking for a comedian, okay, fine. That's funny. But for a president, that's what we want for 4 years. I'm just curious from folks who love Trump, and folks do, they love him. Love. And they think that's charming and engaging. The name calling, he's calling Laughing Kamala, he called him Stupid Joe, he called him an old broken down man the other day. He did. And now both of them jumped into the gutter at the debate. These grown men are supposed to be the most powerful men on earth. During that debate, when Joe couldn't find his rear end with two hands and a flashlight, was telling Trump that he has a better handicap. And then Trump said, "You'd carry my bag." And if Joe was physically able, he would have gone over there and wrestled with Trump, but then they would have both gone to the ground in a sweaty mess, and someone would have died. But now we've taken it to the campaign trail, and now we have a guy that you want as president for 4 years who name calls. And he's serious, by the way, about this golf tournament. He actually means this. There are several, and here's an aside that's actually factual. There are several books out there written by men who played extensive golf with Trump who says they've never seen a golfer cheat that much to win. But this is the guy you want? I'm curious from folks who want Trump. What is appealing about that? And I don't want to hear from you that the economy was better under Trump, because I have some numbers to disprove that. I want you to tell me why he's your guy. And I'm not here to pick on you. I just want to know why. 866-391-1020, 866-391-1020. Why is Trump your guy? Should they play golf? Very close to watch them whiff at the ball. As bad as watching me play. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Ryan, what's up out there?
Thanks, Marty. Still just seeing a little bit of congestion towards the bottom of Green Tree Hill on the inbound Parkway West. Other than that, your major roadways are looking clear. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ryan McCullough on 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows, and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
This portion of the show is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Visit them at awaken180weightloss.com.
Sorry, but we actually have a wait list for our Monstera.
Shaw's greenhouse is really bringing in the green.
We can't keep snake plants in stock.
She needs a construction manager to build on her roots and grow.
We could add a whole section for ferns, but here we'd have dahlias, dahlias, and more dahlias.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Hey, it's Marty. We have an older house, about 80 years. We need windows. Guess where we're going? Universal Windows Direct. I'm telling you, amazing company. Lifetime warranty as long as you own the home. And 20 years for the next homeowner. Check this out. 0% financing for 60 months, which is amazing. 412-545-6003. Universal Windows Direct. I'm telling you, folks, amazing company. Universal Windows Direct.
Tune in to KDKA Radio every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. for On the Money with Secure Money Advisors. Brian Caranta has tips that will make sure your retirement and income plan is ready to help provide you with a comfortable, secure retirement.
Summer savings are heating up at Spencer Toyota of Monroeville. Whether you're looking for a car, SUV, or a truck, Spencer has it. Panda's been busy tracking down the most competitive pricing to make sure you always get the lowest price possible. The Panda price. Plus, with every new vehicle purchase, you'll get a lifetime powertrain warranty at no additional cost. Don't miss out on new Tacoma savings today.
Whack more. Spend less at Spitzer Toyota Monroeville.
Our world revolves around you. Excludes select new EV and commercial vehicles. Visit Spitzer.com for details.
Boss TV and Appliance. I know how good they are. They've been in my house. We have several other appliances. They've been to Larry's house. He loves them. Look, if you're looking for a new appliance, a new television, why pick Boss? It's the only place you'll ever need. They're small enough to treat you like family and big enough to offer an array of quality TVs and appliance. Voss TV and Appliance, big brands, reliable delivery and service, and the lowest prices in town, guaranteed. Trust Voss. 412-650-VOSS, 412-650-VOSS. John Perry is one of my close friends. He's also one of the best attorneys in the country. Medical malpractice, catastrophic injury, Rosen and Perry. Look at the results, man. Look at the accolades. I've had family members go there. I've had friends go there because of their success. Serious about this. They are the professionals. Rosen and Perry. 412-281-4200. Rosen and Perry. Call them. Ask for John. 412-281-4200. Spoke to Jerry Nasseri with NASCO Roofing this morning. Look, the thing about NASCO is their work ethic. The thing about NASCO is their pricing. The thing about NASCO is their reputation. Owens Corning, the best of the best. Lifetime guarantee, lifetime warranty. Folks, this is the crew that's been on our roof several times. Did my brother's roof, my sister's roof. Becomes a family thing. Why? Because NASCO does it right. 412-373-2000 NASCO. 412-373-2000. Give me a yell. UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information. Amazing.
CBS Eye on Veterans, presented by University of Maryland Global Campus. The veteran-led organization Gray Bull Rescue Foundation helps Americans get out of areas that suddenly become war zones. Founder and Spec Ops veteran Brian Stern shares why they're bracing for conflict between Israel and Hezbollah terrorists in Lebanon.
The 24th Marine Expeditionary Unit are posting up to conduct a NEO, a non-combatant evacuation operation, which is a fancy way of saying evacuate the civilians en masse. And what my team and I have realized is that sometimes the government comes, sometimes they don't come. And the reasons for that are sometimes easy to understand and sometimes hard to understand. So we're here in advance.
Jon Stewart here. Unbelievably exciting news. My new podcast, The Weekly Show. We're going to be talking about the election, economics, ingredient to bread ratio on sandwiches. Listen to The Weekly Show with Jon Stewart wherever you get your podcasts.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
He's a very bad guy. So tonight I'm officially offering Joe the chance to redeem himself in front of the entire world. Let's do another debate this week so that Sleepy Joe Biden can prove to everyone all over the world that he has what it takes to be president. But this time it will be man to man, no moderators, no holes barred.
There you go. Why is he your guy? I want to know. 866-391-1020. 866-391-1020. Why is Trump your guy? Because here's what you're like. Hey, our economy was really a lot better under Trump. We had a lot of jobs. All right, hold on. Before you start yelling at me, I want to give you some numbers. I pulled all the facts on this stuff. First 3 years under Donald Trump were economically promising, growth rates over 2%. However, it doesn't constitute a boom. Okay? Trump started his first term with economic growth at 2.4%. The economy declined by 2.2% when COVID hit, then it recovered, surging 5.8%. The economy is not in a free fall under Biden. It has stabilized at a growth rate of around 2%. Conclusion. The comparison shows that the United States has not experienced an economic boom under either Trump or Biden. How you doing? National debt. In the last 4 years, reckless spending has driven the national debt past $34 trillion. It was made by Trump. Okay? It is true. Public debt rose to a historic high of $34 trillion in the fourth quarter of 23. However, it's also true that proportionally the national debt increased more under Trump's presidency than under Biden. Oops. Inflation. Joe Biden unleashed inflation on America at record levels, and it doesn't go away. Okay? Okay. The rate of inflation was 3.4%, February 3.2%. When Trump took office in 2017, it was 2.1%. It dropped to 1.2%, but rose during COVID to nearly 5%. The real cause of inflation are COVID-19 and the Russian invasion of Ukraine, which caused energy prices to explode, not Biden. I'm almost done here, then you folks can lecture me. This is the Trump stock market. Because of my polls against Biden are so good that investors are projecting that I will win and that I will drive the market up. Trump. In fact, over the past year, America, between 23 of April and 24, stock index rose by 27%. Wow. The boom has less to do with Trump's poll ratings and more with the interest policy of the Federal Reserve. How about that? Trump's post indicates inflated self-esteem rather than economic competence. I like all that stuff. Trying with some facts. So why is Trump your guy? I'm going to take your calls. Appreciate your patience, by the way. Bernard, thanks for holding. Go ahead, man.
Hey, Marty. Yeah, I take issue with that. You know what? Under Biden, food has gone up 1%. Everything you buy is skyrocketing.
We're getting crushed. You're right. I feel it. I get you.
Okay, and then let me tell you the other thing.
Housing sucks, too. Go ahead. Sorry.
72% of the people don't want Biden. So, I mean, you can sit here and talk about Donald Trump all day long.
Hold on. Now you're throwing out a Trump number. 70% of who don't want what?
Democrats don't want Biden.
Not 70%, man. It's about 50-50.
Well, no, they did a couple of polls already last week, and it's gone up, it's gone down, but it's many higher than lower.
People think he's too old, and so do I. And I love your call. And I love that you care. Michael, go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. I am a strong Trump supporter.
Love it.
And
love it.
I firmly believe that, I respect the numbers you recited.
Yeah, of course.
There's no question the timing and cost both of lives and economic activity with COVID devastated our country.
It did.
We weren't at war in those 4 years.
True.
Inflation, this is not an accident.
Yeah.
It's not an accident that inflation was 2% under Trump, and it's still at 9% today.
It's not 9%, sir.
What is it then?
It's in the 5s now. Low, the high 4s, sorry.
So I'm not talking about overall. Tell me what it costs at a grocery store on average today.
It's horrible.
Versus what
it's horrible.
It's horrible.
Horrible.
It's horrible.
Car prices are
And
horrible.
I'll be quite honest with you.
Housing prices are horrible. You got me at hello.
Yeah,
You're right. I agree. I love your call, and he's right. Look, man, if Biden loses, it's not going to be because he's an old fart. It's going to be because of what he just said. People get sick at the. I love his call. People get disgusted at the grocery store. You can't argue that. They get disgusted at a car lot. You can't argue that. They get disgusted when they go to look at houses and say, "Ooh, we can't afford a house. We got to go." Go ahead, Jim.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay, I want to point out a few things. You didn't give all the facts, though.
Yeah, okay.
The stock market is almost 40,000. It's 39,300. What was it under Trump when he left?
Much lower than that. Much lower than that. My 401k is higher than it's ever been in my life. The market's gone up substantially. Okay? But, as you just heard, they don't give credit to Biden or Trump for that. It has to do with gas prices and a war and interest rates, a lot of stuff, sir. Love the call. Sorry to cut you off, but we ran right up against it. You the man.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free, with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. hims.com/joy.
Serious savings at your local Par-Mar store. Dan's angrily reminding you to download the Par-Mar Stores app and save big. Get 3 cooler beverage items with your Par-Mar Rewards card and get 10 cents off per gallon of gas. And remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Celebrate National Carpet Cleaning Month with Zero Res and get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned for just $129. Get a 4th room free and take $75 off air duct cleaning. Call now 412-701-1188 or book online anytime ZeroResPGH.com.
From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Partly cloudy and 88 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 12:30. I'm Paul Alexander. There's a breakthrough in the construction permit delay for UPMC's new hospital tower in Oakland. News Radio KDK's Paul Rasmussen has the details.
The city of Pittsburgh abruptly halted work last month on the billion-dollar facility, even though it's been under construction for more than a year. The mayor's office said UPMC lacked the required permits, some of which had been filed more than 6 months earlier. UPMC's Paul Wood talked with KDK Radio's Marty Griffin about the impact on union workers.
150 people were out of a job for a bulk of 3 weeks. Many of those 50 that are still out are now on taxpayer-funded unemployment insurance.
Wood estimates all union employees should be back on the job this week. Electrical and mechanical permits have been approved with 2 fire permits pending. Paul Rasmussen, News Radio KDKA.
The second body found in Moon Township Creek has been identified. The medical examiner's office says 34-year-old Alexi Lopez is the other man discovered in Montour Run Creek on June the 28th. The other man was identified as 22-year-old Bilson Ramirez. Police say neither body shows signs of foul play. Autopsies will determine the cause and manner of death for each man. Someone in Westmoreland County just won over $2.3 million in the Pennsylvania Lottery's Match 6 game. The ticket for Tuesday's drawing was sold at Giant Eagle's Penny Lane Drive location in Jeanette. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 160 points. The NASDAQ is up 138. The S&P 500 is up 30. KDK Radio News Time is 12:31. Our next update at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander, the voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Okay, I'm ready to record my jewelry store's new radio spot. I got a great script that really goes after Diamonds Direct and how they're nothing special and how we can match their price. Great stuff.
Oh, great. We have this new technology that bleeps out any false claims, so it saves us time with editing. So you can start anytime.
Okay, here goes. When you visit our jewelry store, we'll guarantee direct. Our diamonds come straight. We have cutters. And, hey, what the?
The hard truth is that other jewelry stores simply can't do what Diamonds Direct can. Diamonds Direct has special relationships with De Beers, international connections, and virtually unlimited buying power. The result is true direct importer pricing, exceptional quality, and up to 30 times the diamond selection you find at other stores.
I can't believe this thing won't let me say.
Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion. Get more truth at diamondsdirect.com. Proud partner of the University of Pittsburgh Panthers.
You know Oakmont Bakery's my joint, right? So, summer months, celebrations, right? You got graduation cakes, cookie trays, sandwich platters, cheeseburger, donuts, delicious, cheeseburger-shaped cakes, flag-shaped cupcakes, the American tort, all the same. All I'm telling you folks is this is my joint. Everything there is handmade, homemade, fresh, and absolutely amazing at Oakmont Bakery. It's delicious. Check it out. Look, there have been so many tornadoes. We've seen more tornadoes than in decades. Here's the deal. With branches down, trees down, when you need emergency service, when you need somebody that's going to take care of business with your trees, with your branches, with the damage, you got to call Greater Pitt Tree Service, the best in the game. They're there with the professionals, with the equipment, with the training. Amazing service. Greater Pitt Tree Service, 412-884-TREE, 412-884-TREE.
For eligible individuals, 18 and older only. Results vary. See website for details and important safety information.
How are your hearing aids sounding now?
A little tinny.
Okay, 2 seconds.
With Jabra Enhanced Select's premium package, better hearing doesn't happen in a doctor's office. It happens at home. All done remotely from initial testing to adjustments.
How are they sounding now?
Fantastic. So much better. You get the same advanced hearing aid technology and professional support you expect from a clinic at a fraction of the cost. And if you have any issues, we'll make adjustments 7 days a week, no charge. Oh, you people are wonderful. Our premium package includes hearing aids, 3 years of follow-up care, plus a 3-year warranty with loss and damage coverage, and a 100-day money-back guarantee. I hear better than I ever thought possible. Save $300 on Enhanced Select 500 hearing aids automatically at checkout. Just go to jabraenhance.com/try. That's JABRA enhance.com/try. JabraEnhance.com/try.
The best things in life, they come in twos. 2 scoops of ice cream, 2 tacos. And now for a limited time, get our best deal of the year. Buy any phone when you switch to Consumer Cellular and get 2 months of service free. That's right, the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage as Big Wireless, now with 2 months free. Proof the best things in life really do come in twos. Visit ConsumerCellular.com or call 1-888-FREEDOM. Second and third month of monthly base service fee waived for new customers with the purchase of a phone and activation by July 31st, 2024. Taxes, fees, and third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Ryan, what's up out there, brother?
Thank you, Marty. Taking a look at the Cordell and Cordell traffic cameras, I'm still seeing just a little bit of congestion on the inbound Parkway West down by Green Tree Hill. And on the inbound Parkway East, we've got a little bit of congestion out by Edgewood Swissvale. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ryan McCullough on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Times of sun and clouds the rest of today. Breezy, rather hot and humid. A shower or gusty thunderstorm around, high 89. Mostly cloudy, breezy, warm but humid tonight. A shower or 2, low 67. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Don't let a cold, sinus infection, or allergies ruin your day. Breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier with Navage. Visit Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or a store near you.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
I love Tamara Rush's reporting. I'm biased, but so what? She's amazing what she's done. She worked so hard, and she's come so far. It's actually kind of cool. No, it's actually really cool. I want you to hear this piece she did this morning, and then I want to jump in here. Listen to this.
Nationwide housing unaffordability remains the key challenge facing both renters and homeowners, and solutions are desperately needed, according to a new Harvard housing report. Jackie Smith, University of Pittsburgh sociology professor, tells KDKA Radio the market shifted to look at renters.
This money needed a place to go. They were pulling it out of these mortgage-backed lending instruments, and they needed to put it somewhere. And, everybody needs a place to live. And so housing is a good investment.
Smith says things can get worse.
If we keep doing the same things that politicians have been doing, the crisis is going to continue.
The highest percentage of renters in the Pittsburgh region is 38%, paying an average of $1,500 per month. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
So she just said something actually kind of scary. I was in a kind of a secret meeting in the Hill District yesterday without getting into the details. Let's be honest. I'm going to just tell you that's where I was. And I was in the meeting with one of the big shots in the Hill District who told me flat out the average income up there, and there are thousands of people living up there, and they all need places to live, last I checked. And Patrick was there with me. The average income up there is less than $25,000 a year. I repeat, the average income in the Hill District, thousands of Pittsburghers, is less than $25,000 a year. And by the way, she's right. She's right. You hear these rents that are $1,500 a month. And she's right, because I know a bunch of young people that live in Lawrenceville and then the Strip, and that's cool, because they're nurses and doctors and blah, 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 and they have a great upscale side. However, the average... Now, again, I just mentioned the Hill District, and that might be an extreme to you, but I'm just keeping it real. That's 8,000 people. The median income for a family of four in Pittsburgh is less than $70,000. I'm going to help you with something. If you're making under $70,000, unless you plan on just eating the furniture in this new $1,500 apartment, you can't afford $1,500 a month for rent. You cannot. It doesn't exist in space and time. It kills me when Harvard does a study that we're screwed with regard to housing. Hey, take a walk on the wild side. Talk to actual human beings. And I grew up here. Hottie Han is one of my old friends. He's a genius. He's a legend. He's an icon. I love that man. And we used to have this conversation about Pittsburgh, that it was great because the housing was always low. You could get into a nice house in Pittsburgh for $150,000 to $250,000. No more. No chance. No how. And why I heard T this morning talking about Harvard. Tamara knows this better than anybody. Works her butt off and has a beautiful home in Penn Hills. But in this town right now, if you want to live, let me give you the two really nice areas that I love. Squirrel Hill is amazing. It's just, I love it. 8,000 reasons. You cannot get into a house that doesn't need a lot of work for less than 3-4 bedroom, 400, 450. There are homes up there that go in 3 days that are 650,000. That's Squirrel Hill. Groovy Side, where I grew up. Houses go on the market, and they're gone in 6 days that are $850,000. Find me a house where a middle-class family in Pittsburgh can live in a nice neighborhood. They don't exist. It's a hell of a time, man, to be in this town and not making what I call adult money. It's just really tough. And I know a bunch of real estate people I was talking about Mount Lebanon. You can find stuff in Mount Lebanon for $350,000. Yeah. But it needs all new bathrooms and a new kitchen. I'm just keeping it real. And to make a living, the money you have to make to pay for a $350,000 house, a good real estate agent will say you've got to make at least $150,000 a year. So again, for context, average income, Hill District, about $20,000. Average income, Pittsburgh, 60s. Average income for all of 80, a family of 4, by the way, median from the census, Allegheny County, under $60,000. They can't afford a house like that. They cannot pay $1,500 a month in rent. And the sociologist that Tamara interviewed with nailed it. Government somehow decided they don't give a damn about middle-class families and low income. I'm sorry. Forget low income. Affordable housing, man. Affordable housing. It's a crap show. And God bless these young couples or old couples out there trying to find a place to rent or live that's decent, that's less than $1,000 a month. You tell me. Jerome, go ahead, man. Thanks for holding.
Yeah, you're talking about the economy and all that.
Yes, sir.
You remember in the beginning there, the shipping, all the ships were out there because the guys on dock were on strike.
No, he's right.
So that wages went up there. And then the railroad.
It didn't help, sir.
And then the auto went on strike.
Didn't help.
And that all went up too.
Yeah.
Wages. So
average car is $48,000 right now. $48,000, Jerome.
I understand that.
Man, I remember.
But think about what the auto guys are making right now.
Well, they deserve it. I'm sorry, but I love guys that work hard, and I love guys that make more than $100,000. God bless them. Huh? Sorry, but I'm glad they got paid more. I'll pay more for a car, knowing that they can afford a house now. I'm serious about that. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead, Jerome. No?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the reason why a lot of the prices have gone up.
Good for them. I'm all in for guys getting paid more, man. I'm cool with that. But housing, with interest rates to where they're at, ask someone you know, man, trying to find a house with interest rates in a nice neighborhood that doesn't need gutted. That's $250,000 or less. You tell me where to go, and I'll send people there. I hear Dormont is very nice. It has stuff in that area. I hear that. I hear Brookline has some stuff like that. But it's hard, and you got it. Then you start wondering about schools and public transportation and public safety. Just saying. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ryan, what's up?
Thanks, Marty. Still seeing a little bit of congestion on the Parkway East inbound side out by Edgewood Swissvale, and on the Parkway West inbound side, on the entire Green Tree Hill. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ryan McCullough on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Celebrate America with a clean home and a sizzling Get Marty July special from my friends at Coit. Save 35% off all Coit cleaning services, carpets, rugs, drapes, much more. Folks have trusted this wonderful company, Coit Cleaning, for more than 50 years. No one has been in Pittsburgh and more Pittsburgh homes than Coit. Appointments to save 35% off at all Coit services are limited, folks. Call 1-800-FOR-COIT, 1-800-FOR-COIT.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 platinum preferred roofing company.
While you sleep, There are people you've never met who are working hard to make your morning. People who get up at ungodly hours to make sure you get the information you want while you sleep. People who dedicate their lives to make yours better while you sleep. These people come together during the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richard, 5:30 to 10 in the morning, to make sure you have the best news, traffic, and weather to start your day. Wake up to your friends, weekday mornings on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hey folks, it's Marty. Look, MediConnect is an amazing, amazing company. They've helped so many of my friends. It's the beauty of it. They got 70 plans they can help you with. They can come to your home. They can come to your office. They answer any Medicare questions, benefits, plans, fees, you name it. And none of it is on you. MediConnect. Medicare made simple. 888-818-6334. 888-818-6334.
Paul Martino here. Pittsburgh's best deli by far is Food for Thought on North Craig Street. Folks trek to Food for Thought again and again. Mouth-watering large sandwiches made with boar's head meats, freshly made salads. They make their own corned beef. It's the best in town. Fresh, authentic, delicious. Food for Thought, North Craig Street. Visit Bob the Deli King, Tuesday through Sundays, 9 to 4. Enjoy the best deli around.
This is Dr. Shufo from the Weight Loss and Wellness Center. I'm here to ask you if you'd like to make some positive changes in your body and health. If your answer involves weight loss, then I indeed can help. You can have that excess weight off in a matter of months. It'll be you and me throughout the process, everyday food, supplements, and accountability. Stop putting very important things off and call me today at 1-800-900-THIN. It could be a difference between life and death.
The forecast for hot summer weather should come as no surprise, and the forecast for high energy costs shouldn't either. PJ Fitzpatrick has a great plan to cool your electric bill. Replace your leaky old windows with energy-efficient and budget-friendly insulated windows. The PJ Fitzpatrick team has replaced hundreds of thousands of windows, and they've earned thousands of 5-star reviews. Call today and save thousands on your windows and your electric bill. Visit trustpj.com today for a free window consultation.
Do you know what the scariest sound to hear on a factory floor is? Silence. That means something somewhere broke. Production has stopped, and now you're paying your workers to wait while the team troubleshoots and tries to fix the problem. Finally, there's a proactive way to reduce equipment downtime, thanks to MaintainX. MaintainX is the asset management system that brings your maintenance downtime to zero. MaintainX lets you build preventative maintenance schedules, manage work orders in real time, and access the data you need to make better decisions. Downtime equals death in the production world, so make unplanned downtime a thing of the past. Try MaintainX for free. Control the daily operations of your business and transform your maintenance program by going to maintainx.com. That's maintain and the letter X.com.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Some big job cuts announced today. Intuit, the company behind software brands like TurboTax, QuickBooks, and Credit Karma, plans to slash 1,800 jobs, a tenth of its workforce, claiming it's going to swap out underperformers and overpaid executives with the same number of fresh new hires, ones who will focus on artificial intelligence. Also, CNN cutting about 100 staffers as it prepares to launch its CNN.com subscription news service later this year. On Wall Street, more gains for stocks today as Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell testifies again to more U.S. lawmakers, saying the Fed will look to review its interest rate policies later this year, hinting that rate cuts could be near as long as inflation continues to ebb lower. Now, right now, it's got the Dow up nearly 0.5%, so is the S&P 500, the NASDAQ up 0.8%. And BMW recalling 400,000 vehicles to change out faulty airbag inflators that could explode on impact. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
If there are real estate gurus or insiders who can tell me or tell the folks who are listening where a middle-class family can find a nice home that they can afford, I'm in, man. 866-391-1020. 866-391-1020. Like I told you, back in the day, I used to have these conversations with Hottie when I was particularly living in Los Angeles and Dallas about how homes there were so expensive. And we would laugh about the fact that prices never went up in Pittsburgh, 2-3%, ever. It was a dog market. It just was. No growth, no influx of capital. But what's happened is people realized how affordable housing is here, and now the younger couples coming in to work for some of the tech firms are making more money. And so now there is no housing that's affordable. It just doesn't exist. If you want a new home, you got to go way up north. I've talked to some builders, and they don't build in Pittsburgh, new homes. It's minuscule. Let's say they'll build 2,000 new homes in a month in Dallas. They'll build 200 in a year in Pittsburgh, if that. And I used to have these talks with Hottie Hanna about this stuff from Howard Hanna. He's the man. I love him. We're landlocked. A lot of zoning issues. It takes years to get permits through the city of Pittsburgh. Had this conversation yesterday with Rich Fitzgerald about the heavy lifting that takes. Interest rates are really high right now. And the builders, when they go into Texas, I'm not trying to say it's better, but they go into these municipalities, say, there's 100 acres, build the houses, see you later. No taxes for 10 years. Oh, how you doing? And that's what happens. And that's why the census data proves that they're all moving to Texas and Florida, southern states where there's no income tax and cheaper housing. It's not politics, man. People that leave here, they leave here for financial reasons, cheaper lifestyle, and weather. Honestly, weather. And the truth of the matter is, if you can go to Texas and have a house with no state income tax, and you can have a 4-bedroom house, and you can have a good job and pay no income tax state, and you can have a 4-bedroom house that's brand new for $350,000, which you can, why do you stay? Because I love Pittsburgh, because it's my home, and I came back here for those reasons and for family. But if you're a middle classer, that's why they're moving south. No state income tax, Charlotte, Raleigh. I mean, all these jobs there. And my nephew lives there, and they have affordable housing. What's that mean? $300,000, a family home, in really nice areas. So that doesn't exist here. And if it does, you let me know. I'll go look at it. Because I meet young people all the time that can't afford a house. Mount Lebanon is actually the nicest place I ever lived. I love it. I love the schools. I love public safety. I love the way they manage their business. And it's the hardest, tightest, secure real estate market that Howard Hanna has in a lot of the country. There are homes that sell so fast there that they don't even put a sign up. But I'm telling you, $450 and up, $450,000, and who the hell can afford that? Not a lot of people anymore. And it's a struggle, man. It really is, and I don't know. And I open up the phone lines. You tell me where. If I'm lying, I'm dying. 866-391-1020. Where is it? Where? Nice area. Good schools. Good public safety. Where? Is it affordable? Where? I'm your guy. I have texted, I'm not kidding you, 10 realtors asking the same question. Well, it's a tight market. Okay. I got a guy who I love, Ryan, who's researching this right now, and I'm going to try and get him on here live tomorrow to tell you where to go. It's a struggle, man. Hey, one more thing I wanted to mention about the airport, because I think this is important too. And I got this also from Rich Fitzgerald, and he kind of knows. So, in its heyday, when the airport was a hub, okay, Pittsburghers flew about 5 million of them a year. 5 million. 5 million. We're not a hub anymore. You know this. But this year, the airport, Pittsburghers will fly out 10 million a year. And back in the day, there was no TSA. Okay? Back in the day. It was easier to get through, and fewer people were flying. So right now, getting out of Pittsburgh sucks because we've doubled the number of folks who are going to travel this year, and we have a TSA. And Patrick's wife kind of made us aware of this yesterday because she went through hell just trying to travel, and it's changed dramatically. It will not change dramatically. It will not be made easier for you to travel out of this town. And by the way, it's also a sign that the economy is doing better because 10 million people from this area are traveling, which is kind of cool. I was there. The parking lots were full. It's kind of cool. However, it won't get easy until the new airport opens, which is what, Patrick, a year plus $1.5 billion. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be a lot more practical, a lot more efficient. And my man Fitz has a lot to do with the fact that it's going to be there at all. And that's the truth, Ruth. But it's going to be a while before you ever see a Pittsburgh International Airport. It's much easier to get through the lines. And so for now, you're just going to have to be patient.
People, listen to me, please.
You want to hear what I have to say?
Your voice.
My voice.
Voice my displeasure.
The loudest voice is heard.
Can you hear me?
It's our chance to use our voice.
Here.
Thank you for giving us a voice.
100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas. The perfect place for mom.
UPMC saved my life. It's just the truth. And when I had cancer. And now they prolong my life. Seriously. I have been in what's called swallow therapy. I had choked 4 times. Heimlich maneuver 4 times. Now, nothing. Now, clear path. Now, I feel safe and secure with the therapy I received at UPMC. It's an amazing place. Life-saving, life-changing information. UPMC.
For eligible individuals, 18 and older only. Results vary. See website for details and important safety information.
How are your hearing aids sounding now?
A little tinny.
Okay, 2 seconds.
With Jabra Enhanced Select's premium package, better hearing doesn't happen in a doctor's office. It happens at home, all done remotely from initial testing to adjustments.
How are they sounding now?
Fantastic. So much better. You get the same advanced hearing aid technology and professional support you expect from a clinic at a fraction of the cost. And if you have any issues, we'll make adjustments 7 days a week, no charge.
Oh, you people are wonderful.
Our premium package includes hearing aids, 3 years of follow-up care, plus a 3-year warranty with loss and damage coverage, and a 100-day money-back guarantee.
I hear better than I ever thought possible.
Save $300 on Enhanced Select 500 hearing aids automatically at checkout. Just go to jabraenhance.com/try. That's JABRA enhance.com/try. jabraenhance.com/try.
Hey, this is Lisa. It's been a great 2 years since I bought Nest Expressions window fashions in Wexford. Nest Expressions specializes in Hunter Douglas, shades, shutters, and blinds, and now Nest Expressions is expanding to draperies, upholstery, and wallpaper. Call us today to chat about your next project, 724-933-5500, or simply nestexpressions.com.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Partly sunny and 88 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander. A man found seriously injured downtown early today was taken to a hospital in critical condition. He was unresponsive when EMTs arrived at Cherry Way and First Avenue around 3 a.m. An update from police say that the victim has a serious eye contusion and injuries to the front of the head. He is intubated and unable to speak to officers who are reviewing surveillance video to find out what happened. One of City Controller Rachel Heisler's employees was a victim of an armed robbery last month in downtown Pittsburgh.
Broad daylight, but I guess people don't care anymore. I don't know why they don't care anymore.
After the robbery in a 2nd Avenue parking lot, the victim went to the Zone 3 police station to report the crime and activated the blue call box. The man waited an hour but got no response. He left a message and did get a call from police that night. Work is resuming at UPMC Presby's new hospital tower, the biggest construction project in the city.
We have permits now for the electrical work and for the mechanical work. Many of the 150 trade union workers that were sent home 3 weeks ago are back on the job.
UPMC's Paul Wood told KDKA Radio's Marty Griffin about 50 more workers should be back on the job by the end of the week. The city stopped work unexpectedly 3 weeks ago, saying UPMC lacked the required permits, even though construction had been underway for more than a year. Typically, work on big projects like this continue while contractors in the Department of Permits iron out those details. A Pittsburgh City Council member is proposing a bill to protect medical marijuana cardholders. This radio KDK's Tamira Rush has the details.
Councilwoman Barb Warwick introduced a bill she believes will break down a barrier many people with medical marijuana cards face in the city of Pittsburgh.
The way that we are doing this is by adding medical marijuana card holders to the list of protected classes here in the city, and then also by classifying as discrimination drug testing for marijuana as a requirement for their employment.
Warwick says there are some exclusions.
Jobs that require a commercial driver's license, and then also excluded are positions that require the employee to carry a firearm.
The measure will appear on council's agenda for discussion, and a preliminary vote is expected next week. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
As real estate agents across the nation face housing inventory shortages and an imminent change in their commission pay, Pittsburgh stands out as one of the best markets for full-time agents to work, ranking the 9th best place in the nation for agents according to a study by Clever. Well, a major part of this is relatively affordable home prices. Clever's Nick Pisano doesn't see the changing anytime soon for the Burke.
A lot of kind of mid-market cities, and especially cities in the Northeast or in the Great Lakes region, tend to rank very highly in terms of a lot of categories. So I think it's generally a pretty bright picture for Pittsburgh real estate.
With an estimated $50,790 annual income, Pittsburgh stands out as one of the best markets for full-time agents to work. Other top cities include Kansas City, Missouri, Buffalo, New York, and coming in at number 1, Detroit, Michigan. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 197 points, the NASDAQ up 162, the S&P 500 is up 36. KDK Sports, Pirates pounded the Brewers 12-2 last night at American Family Field. Joey Bart hit his second grand slam of the year. Bucks and Brewers again tonight at 8:10. News brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick, making life better one roof at a time. Trust PJ.com. KDK Radio News Time 103. Time to get your bathroom remodeled by Rebath. Schedule your free in-home design and quote today with Rebath. Partly sunny and 88 degrees in Pittsburgh. KDK AAA traffic and AccuWeather together next.
Summer savings are heating up at Spitzer Toyota of Monroeville. Whether you're looking for a car, SUV, or a truck, Spitzer has it. Panda's been busy tracking down the most competitive pricing to make sure you always get the lowest price possible. The Panda price. Plus, with every new vehicle purchase, you'll get a lifetime powertrain warranty at no additional cost. Don't miss out on new Tacoma savings today.
Whack more. Spend less at Spitzer Toyota Monroeville.
Our world revolves around you. Excludes select new EV and commercial vehicles. Visit Spitzer.com for details.
Hi, this is Larry Richard with Dan Bitchoff, the PA Hypnosis and Anxiety Center. Anxiety, Dan, you know, is at an all-time high.
It's out of control right now, Larry. We have people calling in every day to help with anxiety. And the thing that we have here at the PA Hypnosis and Anxiety Center is we're able to get to the part of the brain that actually causes the anxiety. Most everybody knows that people have problems, but they can't control the anxiety on their own. So the sessions that we do actually from the first session on gets that part of the brain to stop causing that fight or flight anxiety response, and that's how we're able to give the guarantee with our program.
And you've worked with high-level athletes, Olympic athletes. Where do we get started?
We do a free consultation, and we're going to do the same thing with the clients here that we do with the U.S. Olympic team to help them win gold medals. So when you call the office for the consultation, we can set that up. It's 724-934-8446.
The PA Hypnosis and Anxiety Center, 724-934-8446. Call now.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic Problem, Bowser. Ryan, what's up, my man?
Thanks, Marty. I'm seeing some congestion on the inbound Parkway West out by Carnegie, going back towards Roslyn Farms, as well as further down closer to the city on Green Tree Hill heading towards the Fort Pitt Tunnel. Other than that, your major roadways are looking good at the moment with AAA traffic. I'm Ryan McCullough on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Times of sun and clouds, breezy, rather hot and humid for the rest of today. A spotty shower or gusty thunderstorm, high 89. Mostly cloudy, breezy, warm, but humid tonight. Watch out for a shower or two, low 67. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
KDKA is supported by Friendship Village of South Hills. Friendship, it's in the name. With recent renovations almost complete, this resort-style senior living community delivers amenities, personalized services, and hospitality to Pittsburgh area residents in search of a stable future, new connections, and new adventures. More information can be found at friendshipvillagepa.com.
Don't let a cold, sinus infection, or allergies ruin your day. Breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier with Navage. Visit Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or a store near you.
Hear about it, then talk about it. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
As an aside, my son swims. He's 13. I'm going to take him every morning at 6:30 to the pool. Duh. You swim in the pool. Mount Lebanon's pool. Very nice. Fine. And they swim for a couple hours. And then in the afternoon, too. So I get there today, and this is probably the third time this has happened. The pool was closed because the water was too cloudy. I've never heard this before. For the lifeguards to see the bottom of the pool. Why? Sunscreen. I have never heard this. Sunscreen. And that's the second or third time that's happened. Now, some of these resorts, I know Patrick gets to travel, and they have they go to some of these resorts in Mexico. Some of these resorts, for the folks who go in the ocean, they're asking you now not to use certain sunscreens because they think it destroys the coral. We asked about what's up with Mount Lebanon and their pool, and they say that so many kids and so many parents, and there's so much sunscreen nowadays that this happens. I did not know that. I had never heard that. Had you, Patrick? Had you?
No, and
No.
I haven't seen anything like that in a very long time.
Me neither, man. But I was surprised.
I mean, I've been to several different pools over this summer and last summer, and no, I haven't seen that.
But a lot of people are using a lot more sunscreen, which is, by the way, cool. I just never heard this phenomenon. So there you go. That's breaking news for you. So, for purposes of review, Ryan, do me a favor, please. Play those clips from downtown, from the 3 o'clock in the morning thing. And I want Rich Chupka to hear them. This is downtown, 3 o'clock in the morning, downtown Pittsburgh.
I'm going to get you back up. Can you start to the intersection of Cherry Way and First Avenue along with Fire and EMS for a 30-year-old male laying on the ground, unconscious and breathing, but stated he was beat up?
One more.
Let's see. Headed towards Cherry Way, be advised, the possible actors are going to be two black males. One is going to be light-skinned with a afro. Other is going to be a black male, heavy-set, unknown clothing description. Direction of flight is going to be towards the Boulevard of the Allies.
So I also posted several pictures on X of people look like they've overdosed downtown. I've called the authorities and I hope they can help them. And Ryan, play, Chupka, he's listening, play this clip from the homeless encampment on the south side, where I call him the mayor of the south side. Play that, please. You got to hear this. And then I'm going to bring him on live.
51. It's called in Zone 3, behind the Advanced Auto Parts at 1937 Wharton Street. Snow complainant, caller reporting the smell of death coming from the homeless camp behind the auto parts store. First noticed it yesterday. Today it's worse. Strong enough that it made him vomit.
That's the smell of death. Not the smell of gas. That's the smell of death. The reason why I played all this is a reason. And Chupka knows. Good morning. How are you, Rich?
Good morning.
I call him the mayor of the south side because he should be. Couple things. I played those clips downtown. There was also a guy called me. A woman was beating the hell out of a guy downtown. Several overdoses downtown. We posted a video of a homicide downtown. And then the other sound I played was from actually your neck of the woods, the south side, where the smell of death is in the homeless encampments. And the hype today, the narrative today is, and he knows this because he's the man, let's take the miracle that we worked on the south side by reducing crime, and their words, not mine, and transfer that miracle to downtown. Kind of comment on your take on all that propaganda we're hearing.
Well, Marty, we live in the gaslight capital of the world, Pittsburgh, because they want the success from Southside to downtown when actually the Southside copied the saturation patrols from downtown from 2.5 years ago.
They did.
And they call Southside a success. Anytime somebody says that, I invite them over at midnight, Thursday through Sunday. We'll go down and have a drink below 18th Street and let me know if it's still a success.
Throw some numbers at us for folks who think I'm just an idiot who talks smack on downtown. What percentage of the businesses have left the South Side in the last 3 years?
Well, when Riccardi was in office, we had less than 5% vacancy on East Carson.
Right.
We're now up to 26, and we just had another business going to close in July, a skateboard place on 10th Street. The administration lies about violent crimes, the numbers, the stats. When you go to a meeting with the, I was in a meeting with the chief. I gave him the heat map of violent crimes in Pittsburgh, and it's their map. I asked him, "Is this your map?" He said, "Yes." Oh. And 23% of all violent crimes happen between 2 a.m. and 7 a.m.
Right. Thus the beating downtown last night. Yeah.
What's that?
The guy's in a coma on Cherry Way downtown last night at 3 a.m. where there were no cops. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Exactly.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, then let's go over to your neck of the woods, in that kind of horrible call that someone smells death, but we really don't have anyone to check it out. You have had people die in the homeless camps over there, have you not?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it happens probably once every couple of months.
It does.
You know, you have a overdose or whatever.
In these homeless camps, McCardle Road, in my mind's eye, I can see it right now. We go in there, we got threatened. There were people in there coming at us with wrenches. There were drug deals going on. There was a bike chop shop. And actually what we're trying to do, we're help these wonderful women who are selling pierogies. And we actually did that. We got enforcement. We got it cleaned up. Their sales went through the roof. But we just have returned back to the road to perdition. In other words, the road to hell again, because it's back to the same crap hole, is it not?
Yeah, well, there was a fire underneath McGardle Roadway, and the city came in and cleaned it all out. They had bulldozers, and it was perfect. And instead of enforcing the laws and keep them under McGardle Roadway, they let them back in, and now we're back to the same situation.
So what do you say to the people? Because I get picked on for talking smack on downtown because they say I'm over-exaggerating and scaring people. I hear the same about you, that he says he's the mayor of the South Side, but he's ruining the South Side because all he does is say the South Side sucks. How do you respond to that?
Well, I call it distorted logic. They never worry about the actual people that are doing the crime or the incidents. They talk about and go after the people that report it and tell the truth about it.
And there are areas of the South Side that are flourishing. Your business has done better than it ever has. Is that fair?
Yeah, well, above 20th Street's not bad in Southside, Marty.
It's actually nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, before you go, this whole wonderful, the yellow brick road to Oz is transfer the quote-unquote success from the South Side to downtown is just a regurgitation of a plan that failed downtown 3 years ago. Is that fair?
Exactly. And you know, and yesterday in City Council, they're passing, you know, we have all these problems with violence, homelessness, crime, drugs.
We do.
And what are they passing? Marijuana Discrimination Act and a account to spend more money for parties and events in Pittsburgh
that they don't have.
You know, everything. Yeah, exactly. Everything should be. There should be a moratorium on everything until we put the public safety back in check.
Well, the other thing is, if they want Biden to take a cognitive test, I think City Council should have to take a cognitive test too, sir.
Oh, I agree. And the school, I mean, Marty, we pay $1.3 billion, the overtaxed payers, of Pittsburgh for schools and public safety. And the schools are in the bottom 15% across the state of Pennsylvania. And just turn on the TV and you'll see how the public safety is.
Oh, my man. The mayor of the South Side, in my eyes. Thanks, brother.
Thanks, Marty.
If you don't like him, that means you can't handle the truth, because all he does is tell the truth. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ryan, what's going on out there, man?
Thank you, Marty. Taking a look at the Cordell and Cordell traffic cameras, we have an accident on the inbound Parkway West out by Carnegie. Behind that, that's going to cause about a 20-minute delay if you're headed into the city on the Parkway West. Hopefully that'll get cleared up relatively soon. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ryan McCullough on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows, and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
Sorry, but we actually have a wait list for our Monstera.
Shaw's greenhouse is really bringing in the green.
We can't keep snake plants in stock.
She needs a construction manager to build on her roots and grow.
We could add a whole section for ferns. And here we'd have dahlias, dahlias, and more dahlias.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Gigantic July savings at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob. Save with your Coons Reward Card. The best dressed, boneless, skinless chicken breasts or tenders are $2.89 per pound. Buy now, freeze now. Sweet Northwest cherries, $1.99 per pound. And plain or wavy essential everyday potato chips, 9-ounce bags, 99 cents each. And additional savings in our meat department. Regular sliced Sugargale bacon, 12-ounce package, $2.79 each. The best dressed fresh chicken drumsticks, $1.29 per pound. In our produce, large fresh mangoes, 67 cents each. And Haas variety avocados are 4 for $5. In our deli, hardwood smoked Eckrich hard salami is $4.99 per pound. And in our bakery, authentic French recipe brioche gourmet hot dog buns, 6-count packs, $3.50 each. In our seafood, frozen mahi-mahi fillets, 8-ounce portions, $4.49 each. And this week, selected varieties of Coke, Sprite, or Dr. Pepper, 6-pack half-liter bottles are 3 for $12.
Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information. Amazing.
Download the Parmar Rewards app today for some big gas and grocery savings. Dan Zangrili here to tell you that loyalty has its rewards at Parmar stores. Remember, if there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
John Perry is one of my close friends. He's also one of the best attorneys in the country. Medical malpractice, catastrophic injury. Rosen and Perry, look at the results, man. Look at the accolades. I've had family members go there. I've had friends go there because of their success. Serious about this. They are the professionals. Rosen and Perry. 412-281-4200. Rosen and Perry. Call them. Ask for John. 412-281-4200.
Ted Starmack with Rhino Shield Pittsburgh. When you consider all the benefits of Rhino Shield, including the 1,500 fade-resistant colors, significant insulation, mold, mildew, and algae resistance, on top of superior durability, you will find that Rhino Shield delivers more benefits at a significant savings. Rhino Shield is a one and done. Stop painting your house every few years and enjoy the freshly painted look of Rhino Shield for decades. Call 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-744-6641.
Spoke to Jerry Nasseri with NASCO Roofing this morning. Look, the thing about NASCO is their work ethic. The thing about NASCO is their pricing. The thing about NASCO is their reputation. Owens Corning, the best of the best. Lifetime guarantee, lifetime warranty. Folks, this is the crew that's been on our roof several times. Did my brother's roof, my sister's roof. Becomes a family thing. Why? Because NASCO does it right. 412-373-2000 NASCO. 412-373-2000. Give me a yell.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I'm told it's not an Armageddon. I'm just told it's hot, but I don't know. Seen some weird weather and crazy heat like I haven't seen in a hell of a long time. And one of the best going at explaining this kind of stuff is Kristen Emery. Hi, Kristen. How are you?
I'm good, Marty. How are you?
Hey, how long have you been the weather guru? I love how you do it, but how long have you been a meteorologist?
Oh, thank you. Oh, my gosh. Since the dark ages. No.
But roughly?
Probably,
20 years?
well, almost, yeah, probably 30 years.
Yeah. Have you seen, and I know this is tough to answer, but have you seen crazy shifts in weather like we've been seeing in the last 6 months to a year with the hurricanes?
You know, we were just talking about this morning, and I was thinking about it the past few days. We've gone from one of the wettest months of April in Pittsburgh ever. May, we had more storms and more tornadoes than we've ever had in May in Pittsburgh, and that's very early in the season. It's a crazy amount of tornadoes anyway, but especially to happen that early for us in the spring and not later in the summer. And then June, we had more tornadoes, and then since June 1st, we're about, I don't know the exact number, I think we're almost 2.5 inches below normal rainfall now. So now it's gotten really hot and really dry, which, I mean, it happens. And I remember, you might remember the summer of 1988 set a lot of records. The record high yesterday was from 1988. It was 101 degrees, which is extraordinarily rare. But we've had 90, we usually get about 10 days a year where we top 90, but they usually happen in July and August. We had 4 of them in June. Now July is just baking us. We're going to be close to 90 in many spots again today. And then this continues. Tomorrow is going to be a break. The weekend, not as bad, but then we're up to 90 again, probably Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, before we finally get a break. So this is very unusual. It's not unheard of, but I think the last time we had a summer with this much heat for this many times was maybe 1994. That's a while ago.
Kristen Emery with Katie joining us. I find it fascinating because I lived in Los Angeles and Dallas, and I'm seeing some of the numbers out there, and then in Las Vegas and places in California where it's 128 degrees, like breaking world records for heat. Is it?
Yes.
These crazy shifts in temperature around the country. Is it? I'm hearing this is all expect these big shifts. This is what we got to get used to now. Is that fair?
Well, it's our new reality.
Okay.
I mean, you know, weather is cyclical. Everything is cyclical. And we joke, we used to laugh when professors or experts would use this phrase, multi-decadal. When you talk about hurricane cycles, we have a multi-decadal trend. So, yes, so meaning like every 10 or 20 years it'll shift. So you'll get high amount. It used to be that way. So in the 90s, we had a couple of years where we had a lot of hurricanes, but then in the late 90s, we had low. And then we ramped up. And 2005 was one of the worst hurricane seasons, most active ever. And then we had about 10 years of really high. And then we had a little bit of a low. And whether it's El Nino, La Nina, and now this year ramping up again. But so I think it's kind of the same thing with heat. I mean, our winters the past 2 to 3 winters have been very mild. So whether this is just a cycle that we're in and then we'll trend back down the other way, or this is our new reality, you know, the National Weather Service issues 30-year normals. So they'll issue charts every 10 years for every city, and it'll say, when we say the average high for today is 83, that's the average of the high temperature over the last 30 years in Pittsburgh. The last time they updated them, 4 years ago, the average high temperature for many days went up a degree in some spots. So, things go up, they go down, So I know I'm sick of it.
I'm fascinated by it. I'm fascinated by what's happening.
I don't mind heat if I'm off and I have a swimming pool, but folks that have to work outside and folks that don't have air conditioning, it's just brutal. The humidity. So we have tomorrow's going to be low 80s. So that's going to feel great.
Okay.
It'll be a normal July day. Then Friday's going to be a little hotter. The weekend, hot but not bad, upper 80s. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it looks like we have at least 3 more days of hotter temperatures. And then it looks like we may at least get a brief break or several days of a break later next week. So
I would have bet my house that I saw one tornado in my life here. I was asleep, actually, on Mount Washington. It hit my building. And that was a freak. Now we have a record. What the hell is that about, Kristen?
Yeah, and you know what? I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that we were so warm so early, and we got heat early. So there you go. If we normally have stormier weather in the second half of June, this year we got it in early May. But the temperatures in May were warm, So that's just a fact. And it's all, when you get these storms, it's all cold air and hot air fighting for space. Is the cold front going to plow into a warm front? Is the warm front trying to overtake cold air? So in the spring, whenever the warm air is trying to kick the cold air out, that's when you get the tornadoes and the severe storms exploding. In the fall, it's the opposite. Colder air is starting to come in. The warm air doesn't want to give up the land. Yeah. So that's when you get a secondary peak, as they say. We might get more severe thunderstorms in the fall again. But this year, it started early, and it just kept happening because the warm air just wouldn't give up. Cold air would come, even over the winter. Cold air would come in for a day, and then we'd be back up into the 50s and 60s.
Thank you, Kristen. You're absolutely fabulous.
I'm
serious. You really communicated well. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Try to stay cool.
It's amazing what's happened, actually. It's amazing what's happened just with tornadoes in this town.
Hi, this is Father Tom Burke in the Diocese of Pittsburgh. Join me for Catholic Education Plus this Sunday morning at 6:30 as we spotlight our Catholic schools and faith formation programs. Catholic Education Plus is sponsored by Sam and Judy Spanos and the Catholic Diocese of Pittsburgh.
Today we're constantly taking photos and videos to remember our favorite moments. But what about those captured before the smartphone? What about the memories tucked away on aging VHS tapes, film reels, or in fading photos?
These cherished memories are fading away with time, vulnerable to threats like heat, moisture, and mold. But fear not, there's a solution to safeguard your legacy. Hi, I'm Adam.
And I'm Nick. Together we founded Legacy Box over a decade ago with one mission, to bring your memories into the 21st century.
It's time to bid farewell to old tapes you can't watch and faded photos. Legacy Box transforms them into digital treasures, ready to share with a click.
Just like magic, your shoebox of memories is now safely stored in the cloud or on a thumb drive.
Over 1 million families have trusted Legacy Box, so you can rest assured your priceless moments are in good hands.
Don't let your childhood fade away on old tapes. It's time to digitize those priceless moments.
Fast forward into the digital age. Visit legacybox.com/value and unlock 50% off your order. That's legacybox.com/value.
Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory, Pittsburgh's custom window treatment leader for over 60 years. Free shop and home service, huge selection of blinds and drapery fabrics, factory direct prices. Call 412-665-4900 or visit lachinadrapery.com.
From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Partly 89 degrees. Pittsburgh International at 1:30. I'm Paul Alexander. A proposal to give Pittsburgh the right to create its own tax break program for some longtime homeowners took a big step forward in Harrisburg on Monday. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has that story.
Allegheny County Rep. Rob Mercury has some objections to the passing of Senate Bill 219, and he tells the Big K Morning Show it creates an unequal playing field.
It also has the potential to incentivize and reward these long-term homeowners, either 5 years or 10 years, depending on what the municipality would decide, for staying in their homes. In some ways, it would disincentivize new homeownership and reward kind of staying put. And that would kind of have a freeze effect on the mortgage market, which I think we should look look at as well.
The committee vote on Senate Bill 219 was 14-11, with all Democrats in favor and all Republicans opposed. The full House will consider the concept next. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
There's a breakthrough in the construction permit delay for UPMC's new hospital tower in Oakland. News Radio KDK's Paul Rasmussen has the story.
The city of Pittsburgh abruptly halted work last month on the billion-dollar facility, even though it's been under construction for more than a year. The mayor's office said UPMC lacked the required permits, some of which had been filed more than 6 months earlier. UPMC's Paul Wood talked with KDK Radio's Marty Griffin about the impact on union workers.
150 people were out of a job for a bulk of 3 weeks. Many of those 50 that are still out are now on taxpayer-funded unemployment insurance.
Wood estimates all union employees should be back on the job this week. Electrical and mechanical permits have been approved, with 2 fire permits pending. Paul Rasmussen, News Radio, KDKA.
Someone in Westmoreland County won just over $2.3 million in the Pennsylvania Lottery's Match 6 game. The ticket for Tuesday's drawing was sold at Giant Eagle's Penny Lane Drive location in Jeanette. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 182 points, the NASDAQ up 164. The S&P 500 is up 35 points. KDK Radio News Time 1:32. Our next update at 2 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander on the voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Hi, I'm Colleen Coyne from Aetna Medicare. And if you're turning 65 and have questions about Medicare, Aetna can help. Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. Call Aetna today at 1-833-771-2862, TTY 711 to learn more.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our DSMPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
Hi, it's Paul Alexander. As we age, we tend to accept certain changes as inevitable. A little extra weight here, a new medication there. It's almost like we're expected to just adapt and accept. Doesn't have to be that way. Awaken 180 Golden is challenging the status quo of aging. A new program crafted to address precisely what matters to those of us over 60. Boosting mobility, reducing medications instead of adding them, easing stress on our joints, and, of course, weight loss. Awaken 180 Golden is a 1 to 3 month transformative nutrition program, both doctor and registered dietitian approved. Working out is not required. And, of course, you'll receive expert coaching and free support for life. You all know my results with Awaken 180, and I'm even more confident with Awaken 180 Golden. You'll achieve those goals, too. Everything to gain with only weight to lose. Call 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800. Or go online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Schedule a heart screening today. Trusted national ranked experts at UPMC for your heart care.
Hey, it's Lynn Hayes Freeland. We hear so much about identity theft. You know it happens every 2 seconds. But there are some steps you can take to protect yourself thanks to AARP Pennsylvania. It's a free fraud shred event on Saturday, July 20th from 9 a.m. to noon. You can safely dispose of any sensitive documents. It all takes place at the Monroeville Convention Center at 209 Mall Plaza Boulevard in Monroeville. And you can check out the AARP Pennsylvania website if you need more details. Otherwise, see you July 20th.
Imagine being able to change a child's story. I'm a volunteer at CASA of Westmoreland who is working to make that dream a reality. As a volunteer court-appointed special advocate, I advocate for abused and neglected children, ensuring their voices are heard in court. You can be that voice. Join CASA and make a lasting impact in a child's life. Visit casaofwestmoreland.org to volunteer or donate today. That's casaofwestmoreland.org. Be the change a child needs.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Ryan, what's up?
Thanks, Marty. We've still got traffic on the inbound Parkway West out by Carnegie due to an earlier accident. On the outbound side of the Parkway West, closer to Green Tree, we've also got another accident that's causing delays on the outbound side. Traffic is backed up from Green Tree back onto Green Tree Hill. Other than that, though, your major roadways are looking pretty good right now. Seen a little bit of congestion downtown on the Parkway East, heading out of the city across the Fort Pitt Bridge. Other than that, though, things are looking good. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ryan McCullough on 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Times of sun and clouds for the rest of today. Breezy, rather hot and humid with a shower or gusty thunderstorm in places. High 89 with AccuWeather real field temperatures into the mid-90s. Breezy, warm but humid tonight. A shower or two, low 67. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
We all know there's an advantage to playing at home, being the home team. LGKG has been your home team for personal injury cases for over 90 years. We know how to present your case. We know what works. We know how to win in Western Pennsylvania. Visit LGKG.com. LGKG, your home team.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
Hi, this is Larry Richard. Join us on the Big K Morning Show weekdays 5:30 until 10 tomorrow. Looks like the only day of the week where we're going to get a little break from the heat. We'll go live to AccuWeather and take a look at the weekend ahead on the Big K Morning Show.
Couple things. The Biden stuff. It's actually fascinating. I want you to hear what happened with George Stephanopoulos, the ABC guy who interviewed him. He's a big TV star now. But first I want to read a couple things. Nancy Pelosi came out talking about people that should have cognitive tests. She said it's up to the president to decide if he's going to run. We're all encouraging him to make that decision because time is running short. So I heard some headlines that she asked him to step down. That's not accurate. Then there's George Clooney. Whoa. George Clooney, big-time movie star, who has juice. Quite frankly, he's a big Democrat, big fundraiser. So listen to this. This is a quote. This is an opinion piece for the New York Times. He wrote, I love Biden, but the one battle he cannot win is his fight against time. It's fascinating. He added, none of us can. It's devastating to say it, but the Joe Biden I was with 3 weeks ago at the fundraiser was not the Joe Big Effing Deal Biden of 2010. It's fascinating. He wasn't even the Joe Biden of 2020. He was the same man we all witnessed at the debate. Oh. Pat Ryan, a Democrat in the House. Biden should go for the good of the country. He's holding what is it? What time today, Patrick? You know, Thursday night, this evening, at this NATO summit. Huh?
I don't know what time.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. By the way, we've been saying this for 2 years. I mean, it's not like I'm some genius, but I do have a friend who's connected to this, who is a genius, Ron Layton. And he actually watched Biden for 8 years. He was part of his security detail with the Secret Service. And he served 4 presidents, including Trump, including Clinton, including Obama. He loved Obama and really enjoyed Trump. Said when he's in the room, he's the man. So you folks know the truth. He did not like Hillary Clinton at all. He said she was everything you said and heard she is, and the worst. And that's the fact, Jack. So, Stephanopoulos, big star on ABC, who should know better than this, by the way. He's out in the streets walking around New York. TMZ has these guys that get paid for video. That's how TMZ works. Whether you like that or not is your business. They've had great success. So, this guy walks up to him on the street. It looks like, if you look at the video, Patrick, it looks like he was hiding his cell phone. Like, it was low. It wasn't pointed at Stephanopoulos' face. And he asks him a question. And this is from TMZ. This is actually fascinating. Go ahead, Ryan. Play that, brother.
Hey, excuse me. Hey, how you doing? Good. What do you think? Do you think Biden should step down? You talked to him more than anybody else have lately. And you could be honest. You don't think he can serve 4 more years? All right. All right. That's an answer.
Play it one more time and listen closely. Thank you, Ryan.
Hey, Susan, hey, how you doing? What do you think? Do you think Biden should step down? You talked to him more than anybody else have lately. And you could be honest. You don't think he can serve 4 more years? All right. That's an answer.
There you go. So, Patrick, there's some blowback to this. Kind of tell people what you're reading about what happened at ABC since this. He was on the street, he was walking around.
Yeah, he looks like he has headphones on. He's walking down the street, shorts and a T-shirt on. Obviously, he's not out trying to do anything, in his role as a journalist. And, he apologized for responding to anyone off the cuff like that.
And ABC pretty much said, this isn't our opinion, and George shouldn't have done that.
Yep.
I don't know.
And he agreed with that. He made a statement that he shouldn't have said anything.
But you know what I like to say, man? The truth will set you free, and George saw it, and he's not lying if that's how he feels, and he's a smart man. He knows the game.
Well, and he had interactions with him off camera that we didn't see.
Wow, that's a great point.
So if you saw all of the raw, I'm sure there's more footage, not just the interview itself.
Yeah. It is what it is, man. He's been in decline for years.
Exactly, and it hasn't been a big secret, at least I didn't think it had been.
But now we see it more and more every day. And I don't know if he stays in. I don't know how much it would take to get him out. I don't know. He says he's staying, but that could change in the next hour. It's just, I don't know. But he will be live tonight because this is their plan. Put him out there, make him do interviews, see how that goes.
I didn't see. Did you see his NATO speech at all? I didn't see that yet.
No, I didn't. I saw people making fun of it, but they do bits and pieces. I saw the Pete Ducey guy who is the most recent irritant of the president. Who was the irritant of Trump? I forget his name all
Jim
the time.
Acosta.
Yeah, who I work with in Dallas. He was okay. He was a C- reporter on his best day. He made himself a star by irritating Trump every day. He really did.
Yep.
Now he has an anchor gig, probably a millionaire. This Ducey guy doing the same thing. He irritates the press, not the president. He doesn't really get
the
that.
Press
chance.
secretary.
Yeah. This female press secretary every single day. And today, or yesterday, she made some inference to this could happen at 11 o'clock at night. And Ducey said, well, will the president be up? Which, by the way, why isn't that a legitimate question?
That's a fair question. We've already said he goes to bed sometimes at like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
They said it.
Yeah.
Why isn't that a fair question? Now he's being abused by the far left media and made a hero by the far right media. It's a game, man. But with social media and X in particular, they'll take 2 seconds and turn it into some tire. Who's that guy, Rugg? Is it Colin Rugg?
Colin Rugg.
That man is brilliant as far as I'm concerned. Because what he does is, he has a platform. He doesn't do any interviews. He repurposes, in essence, sound from around the world, whether it's a car accident, political, whatever. And it blows up. Millions of people see this guy every day.
Yep.
It's actually fascinating to watch. We shall see what happens with Mr. I don't know. I wouldn't punish George. George is a star, man. He's telling someone the truth.
I don't think there's anything to punish there. He's just being honest.
I don't think he'll last another 4 years. I think that's fair. I don't think most Americans think he will. Do they?
I don't know if he thinks he'll last 4 more years.
Oh, there's that. There's that. Well, there's that. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. You know who will last another 4 years? Ryan, the man. What's up?
Thanks, Marty. On the inbound Parkway West out by Carnegie, we still have delays due to an earlier accident. On the outbound Parkway West, we're also seeing some congestion by Green Tree and at the top of Green Tree Hill. Downtown, traffic on the Parkway East heading out of the city across the Fort Pitt Bridge is slow back to Wood Street, but other than that, your major roadways are looking good. Traffic brought to you by LGKG Injury Lawyers. LGKG, your home team. Visit lgkg.com. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ryan McCullough on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
Hey, this is Lisa. It's been a great 2 years since I bought Nest Expressions window fashions in Wexford. Nest Expressions specializes in Hunter Douglas, shades, shutters, and blinds. And now Nest Expressions is expanding to draperies, upholstery, and wallpaper. Call us today to chat about your next project. 724-933-5500 or simply nestexpressions.com.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
This summer, take a trip down memory lane with me and hear from the legends of baseball. I'm Brett Boone from the Brett Boone Podcast. Every week I have a conversation with one of baseball's greats to talk about the glory days and reflect on today's game. Randy Johnson, Pete Rose, Deion Sanders, Jay Buhner, Albert Bell, and Goose Gossage. They've all shared their wisdom with stories of their playing days. To hear who's next, follow and listen to the Brett Boone Podcast on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Did you miss this week's Allegheny Health Network Medical Frontiers? Log on to the Allegheny Health Network website to listen to your favorite Medical Frontier show. Visit ahn.org/Medical Frontiers podcast and look for your favorite Medical Frontiers show.
Hearing the news every day is one thing. Hearing it hit home is something altogether different. That's the difference you hear every day on KDKA Radio. We go beyond the benign headlines and bring the news to life. Your life. So stay here and hear the news and what a difference it makes. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hey guys, Marty. Had 2 great meals with my wife in the last month. Both of them at Oakmont. Both of them at restaurants owned by my good friend J.K. the Man. Okay, the Lot. I'm not exaggerating. The best brunch I've ever had at the Lot. I'm serious. The best dinner I've had in a year. Hofstadt's. They're in the same town. They're on the same strip. They're owned by the same man. The Lot and Hofstadt's. J.K. delivers. Great stuff.
There are a lot of so-called fast food deals out there. But do any of them have the Wendy's Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, crispy fries, everyone's favorite nugs, and a drink for just $5 like Wendy's Biggie Bag? Nope. And that's why no other deals can be called the Wendy's Biggie Bag. That and a little thing called plagiarism. When the deal is as fresh as the meal, gotta be Wendy's.
Gotta be fresh.
Includes choice of JBC or crispy chicken sandwich with 4-piece nugs, junior fry, and small soft drink. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California and via third-party delivery.
Home ownership. At Progressive, we know it's part of the American dream. It's winds blowing across a fruited plain, and also your new fire pit, which subsequently sets your gazebo ablaze. It's hard-hitting football, and an even harder-hitting price estimate from your general contractor. That's a star-spangled bummer. It's also around-the-clock protection when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, which can help keep the American dream of homeownership alive and kicking. Get a quote at Progressive.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
It's Marty. We talked about cancer. We talked about how it throws off your balance. I'm at Physical in Monroeville. Physical, folks. Dr. Jess Nolan is amazing at the office in Monroeville. They put you in a harness. They teach you how to walk again. I feel stronger. I feel as if I'm getting my balance back. Physical in Monroeville. 412-457-8200. 412-457-8200.
With over 75 million albums sold, 36 top 10 hits, and 14 platinum albums, an evening of icons, an unforgettable night of classic hits. With the Commodores and the Spinners. Friday, August 2nd, the Event Center at Rivers Casino. Get tickets now at riverscasino.com. An evening of icons.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. With one new high-rise on the way toward completion and a second starting through a public approval process, Hermitage-based Hudson Companies is moving forward on its third residential project on Melwood Avenue in Oakland. In a Zoom development activities meeting on Monday evening, hosted by Oakland Planning and Development Corporation, the development team of Hudson explained what is motivating the company to move forward with converting an office property that UPMC is gradually moving out of at 450 Melwood into 42 apartments as it tees up a second high-rise across the street. Also, Cozen O'Connor has added David Garreau as a shareholder based at its downtown Pittsburgh office, part of its labor and employment practice. Garreau previously had been a partner at K&L Gates for the past 5 years, and before that was at Fox Rothschild, also in Pittsburgh. K&L Gates is the region's second largest law firm, with more than double Cozen's firm-wide size, and has a worldwide footprint. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to pittsburghbusinesstimes.com. I'm Mike Larson.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
As one of my friends, Colin mentioned too. We got a lot of stuff going downtown today. There's a lot of violence. There was a guy nearly killed. A woman with
He might die.
He might die. Actually, he's in a coma. Some woman wearing like a whole head covering beat the heck out of a guy. We had a live call. I just posted a picture, and I don't do this for clicks. It's irrelevant to me. I do it so that, because I know big shots watch these X accounts, and they know this is their downtown, and they need to fix this. A guy looks right now like he's on the sidewalk, like he's dead, but probably an OD, and we called the authorities and notified the cops. And a couple of people said, what the hell's going on downtown right now? I don't know.
You know what you'll get, though? This is the part that gets me. You'll get from people on the other side, leave them be. What's your business? Let them go. That's what happened on that guy with that mattress.
He's actually right.
I went through those
on the south side,
comments on the south side.
Yep.
Whenever you posted about that guy with that mattress and go, what do you care? Leave them be.
Or why don't you help them?
Right.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Did you hear that sound with the guy? The guy who called in and said it smells like a dead body in the homeless encampment. It's crazy what's going on.
Well, so they won't respond unless the guy will see the officers? Is that what it is?
Apparently.
When they say, because, I mean,
they have found several bodies in these tents.
Yes, but it's probably going to end up being an outreach worker or someone that's going to find this
Or
person.
a citizen riding a bike or something.
They don't
Or
have
Rich
cops to
Shopka.
send over there to go look.
The mayor. I love him.
I'm going downtown. I can't wait. I'm going Saturday. The Music Man. Did you see the Music Man when you went to the theater?
Yes. My wife loves music.
Did you see the Music Man, or you were too busy looking at that lady's phone that was setting up a threesome?
No, that was
different show.
Different show, but it was wonderful. Wonderful show.
It was so great you forgot it.
Yeah, my wife goes to all that stuff. All of it.
Oh, you saw West Side Story.
Oh, it was wonderful.
Right?
It was really wonderful.
But you were paying attention to a lady who
went and saw your movie the other night, Inside Out.
What did you think?
It was a compelling story and a compelling way to tell both adults and kids about anxiety and depression and stress, and kind of cool.
I walked out of there and I said, it's okay to not understand everything that my kids are going through.
It was beautifully told. And my son liked it. And for a boy to like that kind of stuff, Colin?
Yeah.
Cool.
I never see movies, ever. I mean, I've probably seen 10 my whole life. Really.
On like streaming?
Anything in life.
Oh, because I work out like you do, but I watch everything. I watched this insanely cool documentary last night while I was working out about the Olympic sprinters. Just amazing stuff on Netflix.
See, I watch a documentary. I won't watch a movie. I don't get into actors. What was the thing about sprinters? About the Olympics this time?
Yeah, and they have learned with these docu-producers, as you guys know, they get in, like even with the PGA Netflix thing, they get into your life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they show everything. They follow you everywhere. It was beautifully
Did they have that? I saw that girl run in the trials, that McLaughlin that's running the hurdles.
Yep.
She's something. She's run the 400 hurdles.
This is all sprinters, the 100-meter people. It's unbelievable. The stress and the games they play, and the Jakari Richardson girl, just amazing personality. It's an amazing to watch what they go through. And they don't make any money, really, like NBA guys or NFL guys. But so what?
Every time the Olympics come around, I say, I don't know. And then I find myself just totally into it.
I love it. The summer games.
You think Putin will show up?
Yes, of course.
Because
I don't know. In Paris, it's hard to know.
I know.
I don't know. Well, we also don't know about his health.
Correct.
I wouldn't show up. I don't want to deal with
He
the
showed
mess.
up
I don't
last
have the
time.
patience.
I thought they should have taken a shot at him last time.
that would have been interesting. Colin Dunlap is next.
There's so much going on in the world.
Say the word and unlock the world.
I love